Like,
Yes,
I just wanted to throw the character concept at you, and then, like, since we haven't really talked about whether my character is going to actually die or not, I wanted to show that I at least had a character concept ready that you might, okay? Like, not saying you would, and he would be a dwarf. He wouldn't be anything, like, crazy. It would just be a dwarf.
Well, again, I feel like the thing is, this world's supposed to be more medieval. I mean, so I allow a small amount of like again, like the flintlock pistol and like some kind of a what do you call it, black powder, like one shot type of a rifle thing. And like there might be a couple, and there might be a couple other, like probably like a little, like it could be like a cannon or like some kind of a small. I don't know. There could be some gunpowder, I guess, for some explosives, but it's like it's kind of still in the but like there is a lot of options for stuff like this though. Again, like I am open minded to the idea of I call him like a marksman, or like even you can use like a crossbow and different crossbow variants for different triggers and mechanics, or like not mechanics, mechanical like like switch flips and stuff. So there's a bunch of options if someone wanted to try out that. But yeah,
that's why I said I just wanted to run it by you to where you would basically update on the character concept and it would become more solidified. And understandably, crossbows are also a big thing of this time period. So, and it would go well with the fact that I want to keep the whole Witcher thing. So, as an artificer with crossbows, I would be able to like sling the crossbows, holster one, draw my longsword, and go into combat.
Okay. It's not impossible again, but then like, but this isn't like I don't know what we call it, like even the Fallout world, like there's like 18 variations of like small guns. This is like there's like 3 or 4 maybe, but you could definitely make it work. But it'd be intriguing. But yeah. So I guess we could discuss your again, we could discuss your character a little bit, I mean, what you want to happen. So I mean, I feel like I already told you like the 2 major routes that you have the options for.
Yeah. And
which I mean, both are because this is like, if this was real, if this was like a real story in real life, I'll be honest with you, your character you'd just be dead, right? But this is a role playing game, so it's not like because like in the real life they just kill you back then. I mean, it's I don't see any, or they leave you in prison and they torture you for years and then you die. But like this is like a game, so I'm not here to make it like so realistic that it's supposed to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, which is why I said like why I said those like different options you had. Like even if my character perma dies, you can basically make it where my longsword of the Witcher goes and finds my second character, and I'm totally fine if you want to perma kill him. Like it's up to you. I'm fine with that. Because my character was perfectly fine with whatever consequences occurred, but he felt the need to kill the guy. So, I mean, if you want to perma kill my character, I've got the whole marksman thing where he'd have 2 hand crossbows. He wouldn't have had the longsword until my former character's death, and it flies to him kind of deal. And then I've got my I guess black powder sniper rifle, where it's like a one-shot rifle type thing that I have to spend an action, I'm thinking, to reload it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of marksman.
Yeah, but that way it's like it makes sense for it to be able to like shoot super far away, have a scope, all that stuff. But it also takes an action to fully reload it, and it's only one shot. So I wouldn't be absurdly broken. Like,
Yeah.
I could only shoot that thing once every 2 turns, basically.
Yeah. Again, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not against it, right? I mean, but we can still focus on this character. I mean, it's also if you didn't want to play your character, you could switch to a different one. But I'll make it work.
Honestly, I like this character, but again, this is up to you, man. If you want to kill him,
No,
kill him. If you don't. It's up to you.
well, no. I mean, again, I have pathway. I think because it would make sense for the idea of like being the Witcher, where you call it like a supernatural hunter. That like you have a path, like how they become what they are. Because like in the Witcher, I mean, it's obviously super complicated, also really
Yeah.
dark. But like, because in my world it could be like not identical, but it's like a slightly different pathway. Like you have like some kind of like a dark divine mission or something, and that's why you become like become Witchers in my world. So it's
Yeah,
like
and
it makes it a little more rare. I mean, like it's not everybody can just become an actual Witcher, but like you can
yeah, and I mean, it would be fun to become an actual Witcher and like completely change my character's class to be completely new. Of course, you would be building it and balancing it and all that shit
well again, yeah,
because I am not
you have the
capable of balancing
oh
anything.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean again, like we can talk about it more because like this could be a great pathway, and then you could test this out,
Yeah,
and you could slowly start changing your character more too, or you could get some
yeah,
more stuff you could mess with.
yeah.
Um,
And I'm really thinking of like what you said with the whole like I die, I come back, I have a dark mission to go be a Witcher for the rest of eternity or some shit. But in the same essence, that would also completely change my class. Like
Y'all need to check the
I
text more.
oh no, I read it. The
Uh,
fact that firearms existed since the 1400s.
yes, early 1400s, mind you. And
Yeah.
the
okay,
the Middle Ages, like the medieval times, that period didn't end until mid 1500s to early 1600s. So effectively, depending on where you are at in the medieval period, because it lasted from the 400s, literally 400s BC, right? So, or not BC, AD.
80.
400 AD to I believe it's the mid 1600s AD is when the medieval period lasted from. That's how large it is. The
okay.
several centuries.
Again, my world this is supposed to be a medieval, so I mean I don't want to. This is
Yeah,
also a
I
work of
just
fiction.
told you that's what that I was listing. That's the
I know,
medieval
I know,
period. 400s
I
to
know. But
1600s.
it focuses, it doesn't focus on like M16 assault rifles and like all that stuff. It
That's
focuses
Oh
not
on
what
no,
like
like
they're on
absolutely
Black
not. That's
Table.
why I
and
said
like
like
it has like again it has bows and it has crossbows and I mess around with a
Again,
little bit of some like
what I'm
flintlock
explaining
black
is yes,
powder.
depending on where we're at in your lore,
Yeah.
right? Like if we're before I'd say the 1200s, because there is magic in here, clearly they would have muskets and front-loaded rifles a little bit sooner, right? Like several hundred years sooner. But they wouldn't have it more soon than say the 1200s, right? So as long as we're after the 1100s and close to the 1200s, it would make sense to have front-loaded non-rifled firearms, right? Things like the hand cannon, where they literally loaded it from the front, or a musket, right? And things like that. No, they would not have flintlocks until the 1600s, which is where it actually had a trigger or a hammer mechanism where you pulled it back, and when you click the trigger, it slammed down, creating a spark.
and
Just until the early 1600s. So that
but
would make sense.
the thing
Something like
is from how Phil has described this like era, it's almost like it's the latest periods of the medieval era. Like they're starting to transition into the Renaissance, but haven't fully hit that yet because
yeah,
the
because we haven't
Pope
played for most
didn't
of it yet.
officially, yeah, the Pope didn't officially rule above the king until like early or like mid 1400s to late 1400s. He didn't officially fully overrule him completely of any Catholic kingdom. He only did it for like a couple.
Okay, I still gotta figure out
Mm,
my history a little bit better,
I hate to
but
break it to you, but you're kind of wrong. I mean, you're both right and wrong. The earliest that the popes were put above the crown was the 800s. Which,
Yeah,
when thinking about how late in comparison, it's mid area because again, started around the 400s, ended around the 1600s, 1700s, right? Is when that's 800s to the thousands, like the first ones would be
yeah, and
so that would be mid
again
because that's
yeah
Charlemagne
from
was when it
yeah,
started.
but from what we're
Charlemagne founded
seeing,
or came in.
from what we're seeing about the Pope, it's almost like it's not a new thing. It's also not recently become more common. It's more like it's become common for a long time that the Pope is over the king. So I'm thinking like
You would have a
after
mass law
about after about 1000 AD is when it started becoming really common. Then it was about
canon.
1200 when everybody started truly accepting it. So I'm thinking like at least 1400s is where we're at.
I'd probably place us around the 1200s, to be honest.
It,
Because again, there is magic, so to a degree, things would be moving a lot faster. Not so much so that it's a big difference, but
yeah, which is why saying because of the fact that there's also the actual fighting styles on ships is why I'm saying 1400s because at in order to have an actual fighting style on ships that was proper for like ranged between the ships, you needed flintlocks.
no, you didn't. You needed
I
cannons
meant like
entirely
yeah,
separate.
cannons were for the entire ship though. If you were talking a boarding party coming up, the only way you could shoot them was either a blunderbuss, a musket, or um
Still wrong.
a flintlock.
The
Unless
Romans,
for some reason
the
you were
Greeks,
actively good
the
with a bow
Chinese.
and arrow.
Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Romans, Greeks,
Which
Chinese, and specifically the Vikings used bows and arrows. Some even used war bows, which was a 90-pound to 100-pound bow.
oh, speaking of bows, did you guys know that I actually have there is a very, very early style compound bow in my house from like the 60s?
I have an elephant rifle in my home in Georgia
That's awesome.
with a
But no,
turbo
I'm talking like
shell buttstock.
awesome. But no,
You
I'm
know
talking
how
like
illegal
genuine
and old that
early
is?
60s compound bow when it had just started becoming compound with the pulleys. It literally only has two pulleys for the strings, and the rest of it is all wooden and an actual bow instead of the material like the polymer stuff that they do.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, that.
People like fiberglass because fiberglass is extremely pliant and flexible. That's why it makes for such a great bow. It's also really fucking shitty in the sense that the reason we stopped, our reason went from don't dry fire your bow, it warps the bow, to don't dry fire your bow because then you're going to have shavings of fiberglass in your skin and you're going to be itching up a storm. So there's the reason I know so much about like weapons and history is because my enjoyment of history, what got me to study specifically the earliest I go to is the 700s up to the 1600s, I believe is where I start to kind of fall off. Is because I first loved weapons from mythology, right? I studied Egyptology. I went into Egyptian pantheon and I studied that in depth. And I specifically took premise on the mythology's weapons, like the Khopesh. And I was like, I want to learn more about those weapons. So then I started learning about those weapons. And I learned about other mythologies' weapons, the Nords, the Greeks, the Trojans, specifically from the Greeks, right? The Spartans were
Yeah.
they were their own group.
Which
So
the straight
I
search for the
also
Nords was
went
actually
to
so fun. the funny thing about the Nords is the Nords, their straight swords were so fundamentally different than that of most straight swords up until that point. And the only reason was because they believed they were doing witchcraft on their swords when they were actually just doing a carbon infusion in their straight swords, and no other religion of the time, because it would have been counted as a religion, was actually doing that because of the fact that they did not believe in blood magic. But the Nords would bleed into their swords, their blacksmiths would, because they believed it to strengthen the blade by a magical means when it actually just made it more flexible with a carbon infusion from the carbon in our blood.
Yes. Not entirely true, but also for the most part true. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just saying they were fundamentally different because they were pretty much the only people that did that. Because one, they didn't teach anybody how to do that, and two, it was based entirely on blood magic, and any normal blood magic that people did was on sacrifices.
1200s. Do you want to hear why I'd say we're set in the 1200s of his lore?
Go ahead.
Go to Tuesday Campaign -2 channel and read what Phil said on June 12th.
Yeah, just a second. Okay. Tuesday campaign.
I'm messing
Tuesday.
around with different ideas. Look,
hold on.
Time frame.
Nobody wants. Okay. Oh, look.
It would make sense that it would be a little early because of magic and things like that.
We don't need. Okay, we don't need the intellectual butt so much. I get it. Okay. Let's try going back to the game a little bit.
My favorite thing. I love history and intellectual butts.
Okay, hold on. The session recaps, right?
Oh, you want us to recap what happened in the session?
No, I'm talking about, where are you talking about for what he said? The session recaps?
I said Tuesday Campaign -2.
Okay. Why don't you go? Let me have a chance to talk for a second here too. Also, okay. So people kept asking me. Okay, look. People kept asking me about what potential time frame roughly could be in, why certain things make sense. So I was trying to come up with a number that I felt was somewhat reasonable. So maybe it's hard to always figure out the exact number because it's a long time ago. I was thinking maybe 1200, 1250. It could be somewhere in that range roughly. That could make sense. Also, there's a role of it's a fantasy world and it's fictional. It's not one-to-one exact history down to the literal letter, right? This world isn't even set on planet Earth directly, so it's like its own little world. So it just takes aspects of medieval and makes it into, the world. So again, like there can,
right?
well, isn't there? There's two other. Isn't there? There's Mud and there's also Terror. I haven't heard anything from them though.
Snap did just say he will be in here soon, so
I'll go message Mud and call him gay for not showing up. No, I'll just see if he's okay.
Maybe I can handle Terror. Let's see. Yeah, let me handle Terror real quick. You handle. Jesus. Don't mind me. I just nearly fell. That's all it was.
Yeah, he almost died. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh, that's not gonna be great. Okay. Oh, there he is. Hi, Terror.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. One of my clients getting divorced has gotten publicly intoxicated, and I'm not going to be home for a couple of hours, so I'll probably have to skip out. I meant to send a message earlier, but everything's gotten really bad really fast.
Okay, so
I said that if they're looking for a good intoxication, go with either Scotch, like Jim Beam, or
hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm a little tardy.
Some whiskey, like Jack.
No, you're fine. Yes. Terror actually has a reason to skip out and not have sent a message. Apparently, someone got drunk and it got bad.
Oh shit.
Yeah, one of my clients. I'll talk to you guys later. Super sorry, I'll be here next Tuesday though. Super
All right,
bad.
guys. Good
My
luck.
fault, guys.
Scotch. Go with Scotch.
Oh shoot, you're a lawyer? Yeah, go handle that. Go be an attorney, my boy. Go.
No, let me get by. I don't know what I'm on.
Phil, just go ahead and kick him. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
I mean, what? Oh. Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't figure he'd need that. Wow,
What about
I did not
Chip?
realize Terror was a divorce attorney. That's
I love
That's
it.
something.
What?
A Terror is apparently a divorce attorney, and one of his clients is drunk.
Chance to win bonus Bonzilla Blitz, the lottery. New draw.
Oh right, Mutt, you weren't here last session, were you?
The chance to win up.
I sure wasn't.
Oh, I gotta.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're saying, dude. I don't.
You had a chance to win up. To
Yeah, I don't. Why are you reading me a lottery ticket?
What does this mean?
Yeah, Mud.
Get what? Like,
I don't know. Read it later. Yeah, what's up?
okay.
What's up, guys?
Nothing much.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna go ahead and recap you what happened, Mud.
Okay.
So, last session, we all were basically told that this mercenary group had come over from across the ocean, something called something Isles. Let me go. Reach Isles. And basically, we ended up going to a tavern, or I did, with our new cleric Terror, and we were just talking. I was just talking with the mercenaries, and and ended up Bramble came in, and they basically, in his mind, and my character's kind of iffy on matter because he's not even sure what really happened now, confessed to murder and theft of their own once. Then Bramble, being Bramble, arrested the ones who confessed. My character proceeded to fight against this, get them to be released. They went off, got their captain. Their captain challenged Bramble to a duel, which I made it into a non-lethal duel. And then then the problems start. I officiate the duel. And before the countdown happens, before the countdown happens, the mercenary captain attacks.
Oh, so he's a little punk.
Yeah. You haven't even heard the worst of it yet.
Yeah, you haven't. So, anyways,
throughout everything he did before he finishes what he's saying, I want you to understand every chance Bramble could have chosen to fucking mark this guy. He said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hold back. I'm going to continue within honor because just because they break their honor doesn't mean I have to, right?"
Yeah. So what proceeds to happen is my character, Victor, he catches the wooden sword and he stops it. He stops it before it starts like that. And he says, "You're going to honor the duel. You're going to wait for my countdown." Everything almost escalates there. And Victor is not caring. He will have willingly killed the entire mercenary party because he just doesn't care. It ends up getting de-escalated by Bramble. Then the duel begins. It begins properly. And because of mostly just really bad rolls on Phil's part, which is just luck, what can you do about it? And really good rolls on Bramble's part that made basically Bramble not do everything he could. The mercenary captain tries to murder Bramble with some kind of air poison.
It was a bag of poison at me.
Yeah. Mind you, me and the rest of the party see this clear as day being slipped into his sleeve, and then he throws it. None of the rest of the party react to this. I did how my character would have reacted. I stepped in. I used one of my like proficiency bonus times a day abilities to just beat him down. Then he dropped his sword. He was unarmed. He couldn't attack anymore. I pinned him to the ground with my bow staff, drew my longsword, and I kid you not, this is the best part. I said, "You have dishonored my friend and this duel. For this you die." And then just stabbed him through the skull with my longsword.
And now poor Bramble, despite staying within the laws, is currently in prison with him. And here's the realistic part. Bramble's probably going to get released. This fucker's probably going to die, I'm going to be honest. There's a big chance he's not going to make it.
Yeah. I had a full on character concept ready.
Hold up. Okay, hold up. So, okay, this is where we're going to start it. Mud, you and Cater both came together down this prison, and both him and Bramble in the cells. Fate's been talking for 4 hours, telling you his story, and you and Cater have been listening to this like rambling on, almost like incoherent ramble. But that's what you heard from him. That's his point of view. So we'll start that you guys are in the prison cell of the.
You'll probably see Bramble doing this shit in the background. Just
I'm in prison.
Well, no, you're down there with Cater, meeting them, in the dungeons.
Okay.
There, and you're probably gonna see Bramble doing this shit in the back of the cell. By the way.
Okay, hold on. Before we get onto this, because I hadn't actually taken my level yet. I want to talk over something with you just to make sure that it's okay. You're gonna fucking hate this. With third level druid, I got a second level spell called Bark Skin. It is not a concentration spell. So I can cast it before raging or bear. That increases my armor class to 17. Will you let me take that and use it, and then take bear form, rage, and bear form, and keep that 17 AC?
Yes.
Hold on. My question is, how does the wording say it increases?
That's part of the official rules.
You touch a willing creature until the spell ends. The target skin assumes bark-like appearance, and the target has an armor class of 17 if its AC is lower than that. It has a 1 hour duration.
Okay, that's
and then continual flame. This is just a totally fucking cosmetic. It won't do anything. It doesn't deal damage or consume fuel.
Oh right, yeah.
And its duration is till dispelled. So now I just walk around on fire.
Yeah, effectively, what he's suggesting he wants to aura form as a bear.
Pretty
much. Hear the funk music in the background.
Okay.
Well, I mean, your role is the tank. Your role is the tank, so it's more understandable.
Yeah. So and then simultaneously with my unarmored defense, I think I get what does my unarmored defense give me? Is it my strength modifier?
It's your constitution modifier and your dexterity modifier as a barbarian.
Oh my
goodness. For me, it's
okay. So I have an 18 AC.
Yeah,
I'll have a total of 18 AC with Bark Skin. All right. Anyway, that was it. All right, I'm ready to go. I just wanted to make sure you were cool with me taking levels like that and playing that way.
Yeah. I mean, you're so degenerate as it is. Like, what is like another level really gonna add to it?
Also, you may be watching my character undergo
all I want to say is the whole fight I held back because that's what Bramble would do. And I could have fucking killed this guy.
Hold on, who's Bramble?
Any of my other characters, I fucking would have.
Who the hell's Bramble now? You got another new character? How many characters have you gone through in this?
Okay, no. So you remember the character? Yeah, you remember the old one that died, and then
Oh, okay. That's his new.
Somehow. And his new name given to him by God is Brambile.
Oh, Bram. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm tracking. I recall that.
Yeah, it was one of those where his character did die. God brought him back, and he got a new name, plus some other abilities.
Amongst some other things that make him a sitting target for any demon.
i.e., he can tell when demons are nearby, just not where
Yeah,
they are.
he's our Sting.
Yeah, pretty
There's
much.
a mark on the
But
back of his neck.
He glows
that
blue when
spirits
demons are
like
nearby.
no, actually, the back of his neck burns. The back of his neck burns when it happens, and he knows demons are nearby, and he doesn't know where. But the demons all know exactly where he is and just hone in on him like a ICBM,
Okay.
like an ICBM. Like seriously.
You know what's funny to me, Phil, is that your way of dealing with my takiness has been to just kill everybody else.
Well,
Well, I mean, his
yeah, that's
Had-
fair.
take on it has been to just try and kill me so far every session. I doubt it's
All right.
going
Yeah.
to change.
All right,
Have you
I'm ready.
noticed
I'm
how I
ready. Let's
take
run
all the
this.
demons?
Okay.
You're
Welcome
a
back,
tank.
Snap.
He does not target you.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
All right. So, yeah, well, what I'll say is that yes, Nav, you came here with Mud and also Kadrick, and they had I'll say that Fate requested that Kadrick had to come talk to him, and Bramble was requesting, I guess, like the Pope or something to come help back him up. And I guess he brought up a couple of the player characters. Terror, I don't know. Terror, he's off doing something. Yeah, so you guys were supposed to do this Huntsman tournament, but it got complicated. So yeah, this guy killed him, and they brought him in to investigate.
Oh, I missed
So
that. I was totally gonna cheat on that.
yeah, so yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, Caterer tells you guys that they're gonna postpone the Huntsman tournament due to the honored guests being killed beforehand. So they have to. There's too much chaos right now, so they're gonna wait a couple more days. They're gonna start it
Okay.
fresh. So yeah.
That's my
And
fault.
then
It's my
yeah.
fault.
So
he
yeah,
says.
they're waiting. They're gonna do some kind of a trial. They're gonna investigate. They had a handful of witnesses, and they're gonna investigate what actually happened and what the consequences should be. And then they'll give you a trial. So
So you guys are gonna go for a trial then now.
Yeah, Bramble's the only one who's guaranteed to get out of the club. So I want to do a trial now for him.
That's funny.
so he keeps telling himself like he's gonna be innocent.
I mean, considering all of the
I didn't do
evidence
nothing,
around
man.
me
I'm innocent.
Well, no. The difference is between connections and the fact of what they can prove versus what they can't. They can prove that Bramble didn't do shit. They can prove that, by confession alone, really, that Angel is the one who killed the fucker.
All right, so where's
Bramble did nothing.
where are we at in this storyline? Are we got Fade in prison, right?
Fate and
Yeah.
Bramble.
I'll say that you guys are
And
both
Bramble's in prison.
Yeah,
you're
no,
both
so
adjacent
Bramble
cells.
got arrested because he's guilty by association. Unfortunately, that's what this
Okay.
man did.
And then so you guys are waiting. I just got the story from Fate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so we're standing in prison with Kadrick. Oh man, I want to do some degenerate shit.
Even when he was
also say
him to try and
also
defend Bramble's honor, Bramble was telling him not to.
I'll also say that you guys are accompanied by Lysiera. She's one of the Inquisitors of the Lantern Knights, so she's also with you guys too. Yeah.
So what do we know about the witnesses? What is their character like? Just a heads up, I'm trying to find justifications to murder witnesses.
Hold on, the witnesses have, you know what he's like. And unfortunately, the other people ran away as soon as the fucker had died, but everyone's going to be saying that fucking Angel did it. Sorry, Victor did it. Because they all watched him stab a fucking sword through a man's skull and Bramble back away like, nope, not my fucking problem. And then the only thing Bramble is guilty of is after this poor bastard got murdered, he prayed for their soul afterwards. So, in other words,
and then absolved me of my sins.
that's something a fucking priest is supposed to do. So, unfortunately, he's required by his oath and shit. But yeah, no, effectively, it's like Bramble's already got in his head that it's like, I might make it out of here alive. He's fucking dying for certain. That's where Bramble's looking at it from. It's like, I know I'm getting out of here because everybody knows my character. They know I'm not the type to lie. On top of that, we have several witnesses who would place me as innocent as far as killing goes. They'll say I even backed off when the killing happened, right? And then the ones that stayed behind will know that I even said to go to the church and confess to these crimes, right? To the inquisitorial forces of the church and confess to the crimes, right? So to every single degree, Bramble made the right call.
Okay, so I'm in here with Kadrick, so I look at Kadrick since he's the quote unquote champion of fire, regardless of whether or not I push back on that. And I say, so what are the odds that my friend gets out of here?
He says, well, legendary, by the way. But he says, well, when I win this tournament, you all remember why. But he walks over to your cell, Victor, and he kind of puts his hand on the bar. And he asks you, did you do it or not?
I did. I will not lie.
Do you show any remorse? Do you show any remorse?
He will see remorse, but it's not for the killing. It's for hurting Bramble. It's for hurting Bramble.
Yeah. He kind of looks over at you, Mud, and says, it's not looking good.
Bramble is going to finish his prostrations, his 1,000 prostrations, and get up, kind of blood dripping from his forehead a little bit from the roughness of his prostrations. I'll be out of here soon. But
do we know the judge overseeing this hearing?
Bramble probably does.
So would Kadrick probably, but not me or you.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Here's the thing.
I'm asking Kadrick. I'm asking Kadrick if we know who this judge is.
Are you aware that Dark's character, Victor, is a heretic?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the one that really seals the deal, especially in this time frame.
Yep. Yep.
So like Bramble walks up to the bars and he's like, I should be fine, but with the statements that have been taken and the witnesses present, even so, it seems that your friend is guilty without a doubt. And he seems kind of disappointed in saying it, but he kind of saw it coming.
Yeah. Kadrick says so. Apparently, he's gonna be brought before the king, and he's gonna judge you.
Oh, King's just super easy to blackmail.
Calls out to Kadrick
all right,
and says, "Can you give the king a request of mine?"
What request?
Should the king decide he is guilty and that he must die, I would like to be the one to do it. I do not.
Could it also be through battle? That's all I ask. An honorable fight to the death.
You know what's messing me up right now is I've been playing Baldur's Gate as a warlock, so I'm compelled to just cast Fireball in any situation right now. Like,
okay. Video gamer solution to everything. I didn't ask how fucking big this room was or who was involved. You said I cast Fireball. Yay!
Unless you're playing Fallout 4 and you haven't started the Minutemen questline until way later in the game, and you're just like, oh, I forgot to do that. And you walk into the area with the raiders and you go, you shot me? I don't care how big this motherfucking room is. I'm shooting the fat man.
So who's what do we know about this king?
Oh, he's
Is he a just king?
I guess like Caterick and Lucy, they'll both say, yeah, we think, for as far as I can tell, he is.
Oh, I like that. That's room for doubt.
To judge
I like that.
Individual.
Well, then I guess
it is not my place to judge a character of the individual. It's God's. He just kind of sits there again, brooding in his corner.
I go, Bramble. It's literally our place. It's not our place to judge their sins. I go. I look at Cadric. I said, "Take me to this king. Take me to this king. I'd like to get a view of this king."
He says, yeah. Well, their hearing is tomorrow, so you'll meet him then.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him at the hearing. I want to have a conversation with this king.
He says, well, they don't really like. They had their order of how people meet the king. You have to go through. I mean, I guess I could try to pull a string and we could talk to him. But
yeah, if you're good enough to meet the king should be more than willing to meet me.
He says, okay.
Bramble is going to speak up. Now is not the time for your ego.
He says, okay. I will do my best. We'll go try to meet him. I guess who wants to go meet the king with me?
As well, these two guys are locked in prison, so
yeah, they're in prison. They're not supposed to be here anyways. So I guess it would be me.
like let's break these guys out and take them to meet the king. So it's just me and Snav. If you want to come along, Snav.
Yeah, I come along just in case. I mean,
okay.
I don't know how much of a help I can do, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, sure. Yeah, you guys make your way up towards the palace. I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say the caterer goes inside there first, and then, but we'll say maybe 30 minutes later, he comes out and says, "All right, I got an invitation for a private audience with him."
Perfect. When is this audience?
Oh, like 10 minutes from now.
Perfect. Let's all prepare. Let's prepare Snav on what we're going to talk about with the king, and figure out how we can address the situation the most effectively.
I'm not there, my boy. I'm in prison.
No, I said Snav.
Snav, not you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
heard
me.
Fate after his name.
No, Snav. Let's figure out how best to address this situation before we go in there. We need to be concise.
All right, should we do it on private or should we do it right here?
I mean, right here is fine. We're not hiding anything. We're not planning, plotting anything. But I am gonna find familiar and or summon. I forget which spell it is. I don't have the list in front of me. I'm gonna summon a creature, a spider. I'm just gonna keep that spider kind of in my pocket.
Oh shoot! You actually could have taken my wolf pet, and he would have followed your orders.
No, I need something a lot more discreet than a wolf.
It's a baby wolf that's extremely tiny. It was the run of its litter.
Way more discreet than that. I need something that nobody would ever pay attention to. A wolf pup draws attention.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not to mention, even a wolf pup is like a foot long and a tiny little fucking spider.
You have a point. You have a point. Go ahead.
Right.
So how do you think is best to approach the situation, Snav?
I mean, personally speaking, we're gonna be speaking to the king. So I guess let's reach out to him with our best clothes. Let's make sure we don't have any blood stains on us and we are not dirty.
All right, but I'm not gonna be not on fire.
All right, so
Blood,
that's
okay.
one.
Meditation, anyone?
Like talk to him, like respectfully, honestly, and try to persuade and be like, hey, like the fight was meant to be honorable, but things escalate real quickly, and our guys could not stop.
And the
Our
man
guys,
attacked with poison. He's an assassin.
yeah, right, he's an assassin, so that will, well, this is my thing though, that will lead to, okay, you guys already won the fight. There was no need to kill him. It was, they could have like knocked him out, like, knock him out and brought him to, the king, whatever. But if we are thinking about that time, like killing a person back then, it requires that you pay a token to their family members, which is technically fine at that point. But it also requires you to serve a certain, punishment, because back then the church was the one leading and not the king itself. The king will have the church, be their advice, but the king will make choices based on what the church says. If the church says like, okay, he needs to do a punishment of, I don't know, walk and have, every person throw rocks at them, that would be the punishment, right? Or like, okay, he needs to serve, I don't know how many years in the army, or like he needs to be in prison for God knows how much, or like he needs to pay some sort of token to the family for whatever ridiculous amount of prices that token is worth, because back then the life was worth money pretty much. We can try and approach and be like, hey, he was an assassin, I know our guys took it way too far, there was no need for it, and our guys were kind enough to try to stop it, but he pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, and that's how he ended up. Our guys now, our guy tried their best, but I guess on the feet of the fights, he lost control and killed him mistakenly, but killed him, and that's my thing. I don't know about you, Matt, but if you can
No,
come,
I think that's a good approach. What do we know about this assassin that's been killed? This would-be assassin.
from what I recall, is the potion pour, and the fight started because was it because you guys were trying to do something like that? I don't remember though.
They said that the fight started as a duel. I'm just wondering about what we know about the assassin as a character. Bill?
He was he a mercenary, something like that.
Mercenary, so already dishonest.
Yeah, so a mercenary.
Based on pay.
Yeah, he was a mercenary.
Yeah, so he was. Like, I guess you can get explained about that king hypothetically too, but yeah, he was supposed to be like this mercenary captain from the Great Reach Isles. He's supposed to be an honored guest from the king.
Damn, even worse. I don't know. Guess we are fucked. You guys are fucked.
Land guest.
Okay, so I guess let me do it. I guess it would be appropriate for me to do a history check here.
Yeah.
What's the relationship with these Great Reach Isles? Let me roll history. I got a +1 to history. Hold on, I gotta find all my stuff. It's been a couple weeks since I've done this. Where's the? I'm in so many dang Discord channels now.
Here, let me roll it. What's your history modifier? Because I got a 10.
+1.
So 11.
11.
Yeah, just to find out the relationship between the Great Reach Isles and our current nation.
I guess for the 11, you think it's like a mostly neutral relationship. They try to keep some kind of peace, but they don't necessarily like each other a lot. But they don't want to go to war necessarily either.
Oh, it's so easy to just suggest that they might have been a fucking paid assassin. Oh my god.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to build something here. Hold on.
Oh no.
All right.
They smuggled poison into.
So they're All right. I think I'm ready. I'm gonna let you do the lead here, Snav. You go ahead and start this dialogue with the king, and And if you can't make this work, then I've got an approach I'd like to give a try.
Okay, so who will be the king? Can I do a history check on the king to know where to pick on?
Yeah, you can try.
Peter's me.
Let me get that going then. Let me get that going. Roll it.
Dress?
4
Makes sense that you
plus
wear a dress. You got
6.
period stains on it.
I'm a 6.
God.
Feel idea 6.
What the hell?
6?
Yeah, 6, bro. 6.
Use your hero point.
Like, you don't know too much about him, but you do know he has that bastard son from a different land. For some reason, he's like his heir. It's kind of like an older man.
Oh snap!
Do not insult the fucking king.
The bastard son is an older man, or the king is an older man?
Oh, the king.
Okay.
He's other man, and he has a bastard son that lives far away on the far lands. Then.
Oh no,
man.
the prince lives here. You guys actually already met him. Was it Prince
Is the okay? All right. All right. I know what my plan of attack is here, but Snav, you go ahead and lead this.
All right. So let's say we approach to the kingdom. The doors opens. They greet us, and they ask where we're going. And I say that I'm here to meet the king with my fellow
champions. We're champions now.
Champions, and we're here to speak to the king on
you are a champion.
on a urgent matter. So they guide us to the throne room, whatever, and there's the king sitting, and next to him there's the prince. I walked in and I asked Ma to bow with me to show respect, and I approached the king saying the following: "Hello, king. Hello, master of these great lands. We have come here with an urgent matter of speaking with you for our 2 champions that are right now in prison on the dungeons of your great kingdom. If I may, could I start my story about the events that has happened for us to be here now?" And I start saying that the fight was a duel. We were on the bar trying to have some fun, and it was an honorable fight to a certain extent with one mercenary that we could not deny for honorable fights. It was a fist fight, and I'm sorry, my king, but things escalated real quickly. I was not participating on that fight because I was never into fighting for on purpose or without a purpose. So I explained
before. Can I cut in here real quick? So that spider's gonna while you're doing this, that spider's gonna crawl out of my pocket, and I'm gonna send that spider to go investigate the prince's private quarters, looking for anything potentially incriminating.
All right. So
Roll. I don't know. Like roll. I don't know. Roll me some kind of a check to see.
Wouldn't be that stealth check though?
Could be stealth. Yeah. I don't know. A combination of stealth and I don't
Well,
know.
it's just a little bitty spider. So I'd say perception to see if it finds anything, unless you'd prefer to.
I'll just roll a d20 and they'll see just whether it's most likely nothing would happen. I'll just roll a d20 to see what the world perceives. You know what? They don't recognize. They don't care.
You don't see shit. And even
like, a spider, and then they all jump in to attack us. Like,
right. No, it's like a spider. Oh, guard! There's an AP bug right there.
All right, let's say I see the spider going.
Okay, so I'll say that. Yeah, Yes, I'll say that. Yeah, you're in like some kind of a private room. It's like a fairly big, nice room, but it's not like really in the throne. And yeah, there's a handful of guards.
I tell you what, we don't have to role play that out at the moment. That's just what I'm sending it, and then we can roll for anything that comes out of that after Matt finishes his dialogue.
That's fine. I was gonna say So you guys are in this room. They took your weapons away, so you don't have any immediate weapon unless you have one like really hidden. And yeah, you guys were there, and then he allowed you guys to say what you. He says that this is more of an unofficial, like more off the books, but we'll have a conversation about it. And he lets you guys talk.
So I explained to him what happened, the events, the order of the events, and I told him that it was an honorable fight, but things were not that honorable on the other side, and we were trying to keep honorable things with us. And out of nowhere, this assassin, if I'm not mistaken, was a mercenary. I don't really recall the place that he came from. He pulled a potion and tried to poison us, and our teammates, they did not like that. And in the heat of the fight, one of my teammates decided to kill him because it was not honorable. And I totally get your kindness that killing a person on this time of great urge of having more strong soldiers is a must not do. And I'm here to request you a pardon for our two companions, for our two class teammates, for them to come back with us in our troops, because we really need them for our upcoming fights. I do understand that the price to pay such actions are either a token to their loved ones or family members worth their life, some sort of punishment if it's fit for the situation. But I implore your kindness to have a kind heart and let our two companions come out of jail with just a small punishment if possible. Thank you.
Okay, so like the king kind of has his hand on his chin, and he's just kind of thinking about and assessing what you're saying. I guess he kind of looks over at I guess was it Mud and Kaderick if either of you wanted to interject your thoughts.
No, I'll let them speak. See if his pleas work before I interject.
Yeah.
He pretty much covered it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The king says I already spoke to Kaderick about this. So. Yeah, Kaderick says that that this Victor, he wanted Kaderick to help him out, kind of like give him a good plea or on his behalf. He I guess the king kind of we'll say he sits down in a chair because all the stress or whatever and he says, so I'm trying to figure out what a good judgment for this person would be. There's a lot of different pools of evidence, but I have one of three decisions I could make. But I'm not sure quite yet what to give him. So,
well, last I checked, Your Highness, that defending yourself from a violent attack was not means for punishment.
Well,
that's why Bramble would be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, the king will say, so yeah, I have the evidence for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll make the official announcement, which of my decisions. So it could go one of three ways. Route 1, probably the bad route. He stays in prison, is punished, may be executed. That's route 1. Route 2 would be that he could ultimately end up serving like the government and the state, and we could find a way to make him maybe some kind of an ambassador, or he will Well, we'll have to find a way to manipulate this to make some kind of a save face.
To worship the Christ God.
Yeah. So he might go on special missions. Ultimately, maybe serve underneath one of my witchers, Raven, and we'll find a way. Or the other route is that he could he could, because apparently one of our bishops decided to forgive him of his sins without going through the church or anything. So he could become Christized into the faith. Very complicated morality, but that might become a pathway he could become. Then he could serve the church.
I'll be honest with you. Out of the 3 options, I want to tell you the one where Bramble he becomes Bramble's ward and Bramble becomes in charge of Christizing him is probably the worst fate you could give him.
Oh yeah.
Because
Well,
Bramble for 1 second.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, right?
He's gonna kill him.
Right. Yeah. So the king will say, yeah. Also because Bramble decided to forgive him, we could just put him under Bramble.
Yeah, you would be a fool to waste such a powerful warrior by executing him. Our nation is in dire straits. We need every strong man that we can get.
Y'all didn't even go the route I would have gone, which is more in line with history. From what Phil has told us, this honored guest, they don't have good relations with the other country, meaning they're an honored guest by invitation alone. So the idea that these 2 countries who do not get along, one of them would send an assassin.
No, I know. The dialogue. I was thinking that too. The dialogue just didn't quite meet it yet. I was thinking he's got a bastard son. He's heir to the throne. A pissed off nation who's promised him. He's kind of. I was like, I'm still tracking that narrative. I just want to see how the rest of this plays out.
By the way, yeah.
Like there are so many reasons that would be.
Okay. I'll just give you.
Bag was meant for Bramble.
So the bastard son's from a place called the Emberlands, which is not the Great Isles of Reach. Is a different continent, way off in the ocean, and the Emberlands is like a sand place. And that was like, he's been living here for 20 years.
I considered that as well, but just because he's from a different nation doesn't mean that he hasn't made allyship with this Isle of Reach in order to steal the throne. So I was like, all right, let me see what I can find out about this.
There's a lot of that today.
And we maybe throw some dramatic twists in this. Anyway,
the evidence we have, there's nothing I can do or say that would confirm that bag wasn't an act of desperation and it was meant for Bramble. In other words, my fear is that somehow we're gonna get punished because we did the king a fucking favor and saved his life.
Lol.
Okay. That's my little So yeah, the king says also this pope of this church we have is like 4 days away. Apparently he's caught up in some kind of bad traveling with a cart, so he's not gonna be able to make it in time. So we'll just have to do it without him.
This pope is about to die.
Yeah, he says this situation is very complicated. So because this leader of this mercenary group was supposed to be under my protection here, and apparently this paladin insulted and tried to put some people in a bar under arrest for talking kind of like talking stupid, I guess, out of their mouths. Then they got challenged to a duel.
Openly claimed.
Oh, hold up. You're not there. You're not there right now. I know what you feel, but okay. Yeah. So he says,
that's fact.
Okay. So the king will say, so this mercenary leader challenged this paladin to a duel. They went out to the training grounds. Oh, he says also one of my witnesses, the arena master, informed me what he saw, along with their mercenaries there too. So
what are the arena master's accounts of this situation?
Oh, well, I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
He says, yeah. He says, I trust the arena master. You know, he's a high level person in charge of. He does stuff like duels and arenas a lot. So I would trust his word. Well, at least he's a very good witness. But yeah, so they both this mercenary captain and this paladin were fought in a duel. And then apparently this mercenary fought with a level of dishonor, but then another person outside of the arena decided to break the duel, stepped in, and then proceeded to kill the mercenary captain.
That's the extent of the account your arena master gave you.
Well, I have facts, yeah. Yeah. Well, I try to go based off of facts rather than emotion. But yeah, then apparently like all of his mercenaries, they fled in terror, and the other two people left, and then they were arrested. I guess here we are.
And your arena master said nothing about poison.
Wait, Snap has the poison in his possession. He can use that right now and be like, well, then I guess this must have, just come out of thin air.
Okay. So yeah, the king will say, yeah. So apparently he attempted to use some kind of a poison or some kind of a dust effect. We still are trying to figure out just how lethal that was. But the same argument that regardless of what happened, they still intervened in a duel, which is violation of a duel, and they still killed this mercenary captain in cold blood. So
they killed this mercenary captain in self-defense. The mercenary captain who broke the duel by using poison.
So by their own laws, the mercenary captain has broken the dueling laws. That's funny.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can roll like a persuasion check, Mud.
All right.
Persuade the king to follow his own law.
It's funny.
Nat 20, buddy. Look at that. I gotta change the.
Oh no! It didn't go the way.
Okay. Chip. Let's try not to metagame. I know you're not technically there.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Right. It's okay. I understand.
Who rolled the motherfucking nat 20?
That was me on persuading the king.
Yeah. So the king will say.
Man.
Yeah. He says. He's kind of like taken aback a little bit. He says, "I'm gonna check the exact rules of the duels, but there is still like the sanctity of the duel. That he says that generally speaking, there's honor and dishonor, but to interrupt a duel is generally very bad. You should interrupting the duel and then deciding to intervene and then kill somebody is
Wait a minute.
very frowned upon.
Wait a minute. I did tell you guys that I officiated the duel, and the arena master didn't have that information.
Okay, look. You're not
I'm
there.
just.
Okay.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
okay.
I'm saying when they were in the prison, I had told them.
It's okay.
To them, not to us. We were not there.
I know. So yeah, the king says. So that's what makes it. Also, there's a level of conflict to that. But also, had the mercenary captain not been killed, this would be a different situation. So this also puts us, because he was supposed to be under my protection, and he's one of the leaders of a different continent. So now we risk potentially war, and they are going to be angry that their captain is dead, or one of their leaders is dead. So this puts us in a difficult situation.
Well, we are
fucked. Always just ship the criminal, the one that's guilty, to them. That is a popular method in medieval history.
Yeah,
they're not our citizen anymore because they committed a crime against someone else's, so we just send them over to the people who will judge them by their laws.
No, that's not an option in my book. From where I stand, our man committed no crime. In fact, he may have even saved you. This mercenary captain came from a faraway land, from a country that has a tentative relationship with you with poison in his possession. That man could have been coming to kill you, King.
He kind of thinks. He thinks about it for a moment.
I'm sorry. What are the chances that he can open like an investigation and be like, like, okay, you guys are right, type of stuff.
He also says, so one other aspect is that apparently this mercenary captain had some kind of a bag that could have contained his poison, but apparently somebody took his like equipment in his bag. So we haven't been able to investigate that yet.
All right. Now I'd like to do the spider playthrough.
Okay.
So, let's how do you want to play this, Phil?
Okay. So yeah, I'll say that the spider is walking towards that room. You see this. We'll say you see this like beautiful woman. Presume she's like royalty. She's kind of walking by, I guess. You kind of see her room a little bit. I guess apparently she's like upset. Something about how she wasn't like asked out to some big date or a big dance, and she's trying to figure out how to deal with that. But yeah, and then there's another room that's the prince's room.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going to the prince's room. You trying to distract me with beautiful women ain't gonna happen.
Oh. We'll keep it like not as spicy. She's just there. Yeah. But yeah. There's the prince's room.
Real quick, does my spider also have my charisma bonus? Like,
Oh, it has its own stat block.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just joking. So back to the prince's room.
Okay. So I guess the question is, what are you trying to look? We'll say he's not there. It's just an empty room. What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to look for anything incriminating that might tie this prince towards our would-be assassin. It seems like he's got a motive. So being heir to the throne and whatnot.
Yeah.
How old is this prince? Is he a grown man at this point?
Yeah, I'll say he's like 30 years old.
All right. Yeah. So I'm looking for let's look for this bag, since now we've got that information. Let's look for this bag or anything that might tie him to this person we're trying to implicate as an assassin on the king.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll say that you Yeah. There's like a bag. There's a bag in the room. There's a bunch of like there's a full suit of armor with like a sword and a shield. Looks more ornate. There's like a little book, I guess, somewhere. It says like a book underneath like the bed. Maybe you could look at that. There's a I'm trying to think what else would be in this room. There's like little chest. Looks like it's locked. We'll say it's like sitting on a table. There's like fancy clothes and a wardrobe.
So now let me ask about the lock on this chest. Is this like a medieval lock? Pretty large keyhole?
That's a good question. Yeah, I feel like it looks like it's locked up, but it's not like super heavy lock. Yeah, it's not like super reinforced, just to keep people up from opening it normally.
Let me see what the spider's perception is. It's got a +4 to stealth. That's cool. Okay, it doesn't have it's got a passive perception of 12. It doesn't have a perception modifier. All right, so it's got standard perception rolls. So let me roll for. I want to inspect this bag.
Okay.
Quite frankly, I'm just gonna have it check out everything in the room because while it's had time to do all of this because we've been upstairs having a dialogue while it's doing this, so it's got plenty of time.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll kind of a passive perception for anything that might be valuable towards our case on this.
Okay.
Oh, 6, not good.
You can
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll say there's a bag. Maybe it's like kind of sitting on its side, so it's hard to pick it up. So it's hard to get in there without like a physical heavy hand. But I'll say it looks like there's like something like a little wooden box in this bag. Well, we'll say it has a symbol of the Emberlands on it, like a circle with like whatever the Emberlands seal is on the side of this box in the bag. Trying to think here.
How about in the chest? Anything valuable in the chest that might help us with this?
I would say because it's locked, it might be because you can't really. We'll say there's a couple little holes in the top of it, so you can see that
I
there's
was thinking
something
the
in it.
spider could sneak through that keyhole. Is what my thought process on that was.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'll say there's a couple little holes in the top, so a spider would be able to fit through. It's enough that you could kind of look a little bit, but you couldn't get like a hand in there, right? But you could fit in as a spider. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna roll d20. I'll see what I would determine. Okay, I tell you what. Okay, fortune favors you, right? Yeah. Yeah, you find that there's a there's like a little note inside of this little little chest, and it references it references something about how he I don't know, like trying to think what's a good thing that could be there. Yeah, it's something about from the Emberlands. And he was like kicked out. He was kicked out of his clan originally, and then maybe he did something kind of bad, and then he had to leave. Then he found his way to New Eden, and then he earned a favor of the king, and eventually became like the prince. So we'll say that I don't know, he maybe he killed some person just like in anger, and then tried to lie about it, and then their kingdom found out. They covered it up, and then he had to leave. Oh, he had to leave out of embarrassment, sure, because they didn't like that. Made him look bad.
I'm trying to figure out if I got a psychic link with these things.
You do have a psychic link with them. You can see through them. Depending on your powers, you can speak through them as well. Usually that's a warlock thing, though.
So I can see all this in real time then.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So he had murdered somebody in anger previously, was banished from the Emberlands, found favor with the king. There is a satchel with, you said, a book that's got a mark from the Emberlands in it. Can I do a history check on what the relationship with the Emberlands is?
Yeah.
All right. Nat 20. Where was that earlier?
Nat 20.
The spider needed
that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. You think that it's mostly intact, but it's also kind of strained at times. They have a little bit different culture, but they kind of work together in like a war, for example, and they do trade and they let people travel back and forth, but they don't. You think they don't really like each other, but they just kind of have to tolerate each other because there's 3 major like areas in their map. They kind of have to get together. They kind of have to get along a little bit, but most of the people in leadership don't like each other, but they just kind of try to make peace if they can.
Oh man, motive's looking pretty intense right now. Motive is looking pretty intense right now. I don't have any definitive evidence to accuse Prince at the moment, though. What are your thoughts, Snav? You there, Snav?
There was a bag. I'm sorry, I was talking. My mic was off.
Have
there was a bag,
you
so
heard everything that's been going on so far?
yeah, I was here. So since there is nothing that we can, use as a
It's
what do you call
solid
it?
evidence. It's all presumptive at the moment.
Okay, so I'll tell you. I'll say okay. Okay. So Snob, I'll say that. We'll say that earlier you and Terror were talking, and apparently he decided to give you that. We'll say that he gave you that satchel. Maybe you just remember just now you have that satchel of what that mercenary leader in your bag. For some reason they didn't check your bag, but because you're like supposed to be important people. I guess they didn't really. They took your weapon, but not searched you. So you have a satchel with you right now.
Okay, I pointed the key and while Mod is doing that, he kind of like coming to the key, and I'm looking through my bag, and I see the weapons and the things that assassin had, and I brought it up to the king and saying like, "Hey king, I'm sorry, I forgot about these things. I had this with me this whole time. I could not forgive myself about. But this is the equipment the assassin whose life was took from him. He was wearing this, having this on this bag. I can give you this as an evidence for your own sake and your for all men's to investigate their purpose, as I don't want to touch it, which might incriminate me into making a murder. Here it is. I give the king the bag. No, I give the bag to the soldiers, and the soldier give it to the king.
Yeah. We'll say one of his what do you call them? Important. What's the term? Like one of his stewardships. So yeah, they go and they pick the bag up, and they kind of set at the table and they look around the bag. Yeah, I'll just roll a d20 to see what. Okay, I'm just curious what my thought would be. But yeah, it's one of the guys. He's looking through the bag. He finds there's a handful of some looks like some maybe high value coin, and there's also it looks like a couple of these different smoke type bombs, and there's also a little vial inside of the bag also, and there's also some kind of an insignia of some kind of a black seal, some kind of a symbol on it that you don't know if you guys would know.
Let's roll history on it.
Yeah.
Or one of the two.
Yeah. Tell you what, Snob, you can roll with it. I'll let you roll with advantage due to your new class add-on. Might help you out.
Oh, can I roll insight on that? I guess they're the same for me.
Oh, a 20. A 20, guys. 20.
Nice.
Okay.
There's no way.
Okay.
We're gonna nat roll our 20 into a royal scandal here.
Okay, yeah. So Snob, I guess I would say recently you joined up with this Assassin's Brotherhood from the New Eden. They're not really the evil people, but they're kind of they do stealth and scout work, and they do occasionally they might kill, but under the government or something. So yeah, you joined up with this group, and they will say that they told you rumors about different assassins, some very dark solo evil assassins. So this symbol is one of those people from that group.
I approach the soldier and I say to the king, I recognize that symbol from my side activities I do. And I think that comes from a dark
side activities, bro.
Yeah, this comes from
little recreational activities here and there.
Yeah, I'm just smoking weed, man. I'm not doing no cocaine and murder. I'm just doing weed.
So I think I do, and I tell the king this is something that one of the dark gears of assassin is capable of doing, and that's what you feel now.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on those high value coins? Where are they from?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Bro
16.
really just pulled the equivalent of I've been to Epstein's Island, but I wasn't there for the kids. I was there for the pool.
Yeah, so you think that those coins they look pretty. They look like they're very expensive and exotic. They could have been from different the different reach isles. It could have been also from different continents. They're old and they're expensive.
Okay. All right, I'll drop that. You keep going on with your dialogue with Snav. He's got the best angle of attack here.
Yeah. Yeah. So the king, he says, "Yeah, well, we do have some one of our scouts named Celine. Apparently, she's in that group. Yeah, we do have some kind of a they call it recreational activity for people. They would know a lot about this stuff. So we'll give them the seal. They can check them out. But yeah, it doesn't look good. But it still doesn't look as if we still don't know what. Well, yeah. We'll say that he kind of he points to his steward with poison, and the steward walks out of the room. He says that we'll get this poison checked out. We'll figure out what it does. But we still don't know what the purpose of it is. So we don't know who he was meant to use this for or what his purposes were.
But this will be more for a relation that this poison was meant to be used on someone of your highest tier, such as you, my lord, as to you guys have this bond between two different countries. I suggest you to be careful with who you make bonds with, and this will be a proof that our champions were not the targets of this assassin.
He's kind of mulling it over. Like this is new evidence. It brings up an argument, but we don't know.
Multiple arguments. Yay.
Yeah, he was in a duel. And apparently, he decided to use this poison in the duel. But yeah, but we're still going to have a conflict with our neighboring continent of based on what happened.
I suggest
they are going to they will want justice.
As I totally would understand, my highness, that our country will have justice, and I suggest that in the future I can promise that our wealth behave fates will actually behave well. I cannot promise that, but one of the suggestions I can give you at this point is to have him being marked with some sort of spell that will lead him bound to Brevor, because he's actually going for the more religious path in our group, and I see that he can be a wealth guy or a wealth role model for fate. But that's only if you, highness, allows him to make a Son of Truth spell on him and have Bramble followers based on Bramble orders have fate follow, something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of mulling it. He looks like he's kind of thinking about it. He says, okay, so I would be interested in this Victor guy if he would be willing to say yes, because apparently the paladin decided to forgive him of his sins, so the church probably would allow him to. Well, they would allow some type of an exception. We could put a mark on him, and then maybe burn it into his skin. That would, and if he willingly said that he would turn to Christianity away from whatever else he followed, we could spare his life and he could serve the kingdom until his death.
I appreciate your thought about this subject, and if you feel like me and Matt leave right now for you to think about these options.
Victor going to attack someone. Bramble, no, bad boy. Clicks a little clicker. Sit.
Fuck you.
Burn,
Fuck
it
you.
hurts.
My God.
Okay. So yeah. Okay, so I guess there'd be one other thing that would happen at some point here. But yeah, I'll say that the king says that if you go back and talk to this Victor guy, and he's willing to agree to this, then we'll make that his sentence tomorrow, and then we will find a way to make this work. Otherwise, if this doesn't happen, his only other option would be either to spend the rest of his life in a cell or we'll execute him. So it's like,
okay, let's say I am gonna ask you, can we I'm sorry, Your Highness, can we have a talk with our champions, me and my fellow teammate Mod?
he says, yeah, you can. Yeah, he one of the guards opened up the door and they let you guys go out for a minute and talk.
All right, so Mod, you wanna go and talk to them? Because I think they are pretty well screwed, and there is only one option to get them out.
I personally want to go investigate the prince's room some more. I can polymorph into a spider, a beast shape into a spider, and sneak my way back there and investigate in person, and then sneak out. I'm determined. I'm determined to uncover a royal scandal here.
All right. Then
if you yourself be shaped, you would be a large spider, like one of the cave spiders from Minecraft.
I still have really high stealth. I'd have a +4 stealth modifier.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
true.
gonna say it's possible.
I'm not gonna say
it's
that's
possible.
not that it's impossible, but I can only imagine that if that spider is caught, how terrifying it's gonna be to see a spider on your wall, the size of a cement poster.
yeah, you're right. All right,
It's
let's
like,
say that.
why is there a cement mixer on my wall? Oh God, that's a fucking brown recluse.
No. Actually, no. What it would be is, as long as these people aren't for some reason Australian, like some dude walking around in Australia, looking over to the trash can and seeing a spider as big as one of them trash cans on the curb and going, "Oh, what the hell is that?"
I'm guessing. Hold on. I'm guessing that prince's room had a window. No, spiders are tiny. I'm looking at the B shape. The spider I would turn into would be tiny.
See,
really?
the thing is,
Yeah.
the thing is though, there are spiders as big as those curb trash cans you take out to the curb, so a trash truck can pick it up. That just are in Australia that wrap around.
Oh fuck! You
I'm
can
not
turn
kidding.
into a tiny spider.
Yep. I can turn into a tiny spider. I mean, the stealth modifier is the same.
CR1s, the giant spiders, because that's
But
Okay,
simultaneously, I'd still like to approach it from the outside because I can climb vertical walls.
All right, I'm gonna use the restroom here really quick. You guys can think about it for a minute what you want to do here. I'll be right back in like 1 minute.
I didn't know you could.
No,
That's awesome. All right, so Mud, I want to give my statement as to what happened, like above table. So
Okay, so this is outside of character. None of this is.
because you had a big misunderstanding as to what you had heard when you said this. When you got against Bramble, and it turned out he was right anyway. So it all started with Bramble. Basically, they're sitting next to a group of mercenaries. Victor's talking with these mercenaries, and one of the mercenaries says, and I quote, we've murdered people, and we stole. And, if we felt like it, we'd probably steal again. So basically, they confessed that they did, in fact, murder someone and steal. Because it would not be stealing by the argument that Victor used, right? So then Bramble goes, I really wish you didn't say that. And then puts a handcuff on their hands and bends them over the table and calls for the guards. Victor gets up, right? It's like, hold on, you don't have enough evidence to go off of. And his whole argument is, well, his job is a mercenary, so who's to say he wasn't paid to steal them? At that point, it would not be theft, per se, because the only way it would be legal for him to do it is if he was paid by the country to steal from someone within a foreign country, right? So if he's stealing within the country, regardless as to what it is, it's illegal and it's stealing. It's not. He wouldn't have said it's stealing if it wasn't that he stole, right?
And then I brought up
And
the
big point
cultural
was if he desired,
differential.
he planned to do it again, right? So they
And
get
I
into a
also
big
brought up,
argument about this.
yeah,
Bramble
brought up
effectively
cultural.
relents and releases the cuffs from this mercenary, and then the mercenary goes out and gets his mercenary captain. The captain doesn't like that Bramble was roughing up his soldiers, so he challenges him to a duel. Victor, believing that he is taking the side of the one who's right, the mercenary captain, decides he will officiate this duel alongside one of the mercenary captain's men, which Bramble agrees to the duel and is fine with it. So Victor suggests it has to be non-lethal, and then Bramble's like, they keep wooden weapons at the arena. So they go off to the arena, right? After all the arguing and bickering is done, they go to the arena, they pick out the wooden weapons. Victor goes to do the countdown, and the guy's like, I don't care for any countdown, and immediately goes to strike Bramble. To which Victor intervenes, stops the attack, and says, you will respect the rules. There is a countdown by law, and you will wait for that countdown. To which then he's like, no, I won't, because the point is winning. I don't care about your rules. Victor gets uppity about that and gets ready to fight them all, drawing his weapon and stuff like that. Bramble backs away, getting ready that there's probably going to be a fight soon, and he's fully willing to let them all jump Victor, mind you. I didn't admit to that then, but he was.
I mean, it would have been fine.
Bramble convinces them to put down their weapons and to let the duel continue. So all gets tied down because Bramble rolls high enough on a charisma to persuade them not to do needless bloodshed. Right? So already Bramble is saying, I don't care that he broke the rules, I'm not going to. And he's trying to find a peaceful resolution. So then fight begins, everything's back to normal. The officiators, both him and the mercenary, are moved back towards the bleachers, right? To which the mercenary throws, because the mercenary throws 3 attacks, misses all but one of them, and it deals so little damage that it doesn't matter, right? To then Bramble replies by hitting 2 attacks for as much damage as he fucking can, and they're already looking like they've been hit pretty hard. Bramble goes, hey, if you want, you're looking pretty shabby already. We can call this done, right? Like, we don't have to do this. And the mercenary's convinced that he still wants to fight, so they continue to duke it out. The mercenary then, right, throws the poison in Bramble's face. I had to make a save. Bramble succeeded. And Bramble says, oh, well, if you're already cheating, we should probably stop this because that means I've already won. Like, I don't see a need to embarrass you in front of your troops. Which the other guy gets ready to continue fighting. Then in comes Nanners. I'm just kidding. In comes Victor, and he immediately starts going to fucking town on this guy. As Victor's coming in to beat the shit out of this mercenary, Bramble raised a hand like, hey, no, I've got this, and they just continued on to do it.
Think the flintlock would mean.
They get him on his ass. He's disarmed. He's been defeated. He's looking up at them, and this motherfucker still decides to thrust the sword through his skull. Fatality, yeah. If you know what I mean.
No. And what's better is what I said during it. What's better is what I said when I pinned him to the ground.
I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on the occurrences because that's just flavor text and coolness, right? Like rule of cool.
Okay.
To which Bramble doesn't even like he kneels down and he begins praying for the soul of this fallen commander because he feels remorseful, and the fucking Angel's character Victor apologizes on the spot, gives a formal apology to fucking Bramble.
For
Bramble's
both
like, go to the
stopping him
Inquisitors,
from arresting.
confess of your actions.
Yeah,
and then
mind
that's
you,
where
the
they meet
formal
the,
apology. Hold on. The formal apology is for both stopping him from arresting the people and not seeing the dishonor sooner and acting on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. This is a great moment.
Go to the Inquisitors, and then that's
Hold on,
where
man. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Phil's back.
Okay. Tell you
Back to
what,
it.
this is I was gonna put a narrative moment for you, both of you guys, since you decided to talk about it. We'll do one little scene before we've been finished with the king. So this is gonna help. We'll help give it a little. We'll help speed the story on a little bit. So you will say that Bramble and Victor, you both are talking to each other, and we'll say there's a couple guards in there with you. Okay, so we'll say that yeah, you hear so, why don't both of you roll me a perception check?
Oh dear. Is my perception any good?
We'll get back to the king in a moment. This is important, anyways.
So just base, I think I passed, but I am going to go ahead and go to my character just to make sure, because hot damn, that is a natural 19.
I got a 12.
And 25. I got a 25.
Okay, so I put a picture in the chat. Oh yeah, you definitely see what's going on. Let me know if you see this picture. It might take a moment to upload. But yeah, you see that. Okay, there's like
he looks so handsome.
you guys hear commotion. It sounds like a fighting, like a bunch of iron being clashed together. And then we'll say that you hear like it sounds like a person just being thrown against this like door to your guys' cell, and then it kind of drops, and then the door opens, and it looks like this guy kind of walks in, like super dark, heavy ironed armor, some kind of a sword, and we'll say he walks up, and he's just both of these guards kind of look over it. He just kills them both. He just like takes his shield and he slams it in one guy's face, and then he slashes the other guy apart.
Uh-oh.
And then he just walks up to your cell. Fate.
Me, obviously, Fate. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay. Look. I wasn't gonna. Okay, like this is obviously this is a story, right? I'm not trying to just kill a second player character, but yeah, he opens up your door, and we'll say he's poised. It looks like he has a sword and it's like dripping with something, and he just walks up and just stabs you right in the heart, and you die. It's part of his story. We talked about it. I wasn't just gonna try to just kill somebody. Yeah, you looks like you just like you're kind of like gasping for air, and you don't even know what's going on, and you just kind of fall unconscious, and you die.
Well,
I guess. And he pulls the sword out.
Can I actually give a bit of words before I die?
Okay, sure.
Wait. Can I keep you, Fox?
So what's going to happen is as soon as he stabs me, I'm going to look down, look back up, and I'm not even going to address him. I'm going to look to Bramble and go, it seems even the honorable die to dishonor at times. And then I'm just going to fall.
I guess he'll say. I guess before he does it, he'll say, "This is for my brother, and for my nation. This is justice, vengeance."
Bramble doesn't
and
even get up to stop him. He's just gonna
We'll say
ask.
that you're both
Do
in
you
chains,
seek
so it's hard to move your hands. But
Bramble's not even gonna move from where he is. He's just gonna offer this guy absolution for taking life. He said, "Do you want absolution?"
he kind of
Because as a priest, he can offer that.
Say that he wipes his blade off of, I guess, on your clothes, I guess. He sheathes it, and he kind of looks over it in the cell. He kind of it's like this like evil smirk, and then he says, "Look, I'm gonna let you off the hook today. You're I'm not here for you." And then he gets just gonna walk
Do you
out.
seek to be absolved of your murderous sin? I can pray for you.
Well, he kind of laughs a little bit, and I'll say he just kind of walks out.
Oh boy. I don't think he's.
Bramble is going to start praying for the dead.
Bramble, I don't think you realize what's coming. My boy Victor is about to come back a paladin. We are about to play with fire.
Well, he's gonna start praying for Victor's soul. He says, "Oh God, I commend to you, Victor, to a mighty God, and entrust you to your Creator. May you rest in the arms of the Lord, who formed you from the dust of the earth. May Holy Mary, the angels, and all of the saints welcome you now that you have gone forth from this life. May Christ, who was crucified for you, bring you freedom and peace. May Christ, who died for you, admit you into his garden of paradise. May Christ, the true shepherd, embrace you as one of his flock. May he forgive you of all your sins and set you among those he has chosen. May you see the Redeemer face to face and enjoy the vision of God forever. Amen."
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll say that I'll say you see the room kind of like it turns like a little bit like very dark for a moment, and then we'll just say your corpse, Victor, just kind of like disappears. We'll say it turns like little ashes or something, and you're gone.
Does that mean I get my own special moment here after everybody finds out my corpse is gone? With God?
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure how to do it. Yeah, we'll say that
he can't even claim to be a believer of the other faith because now he's gonna have met Jesus, literally.
Oh yeah, and see, here's the thing: he's not even.
He's gonna meet him.
Yeah, and mind you, because he will see that Bramble was right, he's going to retain his honor system, but the faith is going to swap. He's going to be of Bramble's faith.
Okay. Yeah, we can figure out what would happen afterwards, but yeah, we'll say that some kind of a obviously
I'm just saying like I meet God. Like we have our moment where I meet God after everybody finds my corpse is gone.
Okay.
Yes! Here we go, baby.
All right, yeah. We'll leave it there. We'll go back to the other scene though. Yeah. Okay. So where were we at? The other one again. You're trying to be a spider, I guess.
Yeah, Mud was trying. Mud was trying to be a spider. Mud was trying to be a spider.
So we leave out. I change into a spider. I sneak into the prince's room while nobody's in there, and then I change back, and I want to investigate these things that my spider familiar found, and I see if I find anything incriminating.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What would you like me to roll for any of that? I mean, I'll keep it concise. So the spider's already pretty much found everything that I'm looking for.
Yeah, you don't really need to roll too much. You can just kind of open. You already kind of know where that stuff is.
You would have to roll sleight of hand to open that lock.
I guess the question would be like.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, you didn't really see a lot of people in the room, the hallway, walking down to his room. So other than that girl, somewhat nearby, there's really not anyone around. But yeah, there's that lock. I guess you'd have to find a way to open that lock. But other than that, you can.
Well, the satchel wasn't in that safe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a few different objects depending on what you want.
So
but, yeah,
I want to investigate the book that's in that satchel.
Yeah. Yeah. To tell you what, I'll also say that there's. I'll tell you what, we'll say that you find a little key in the satchel, in the book also. Yeah, there we go. Maybe keep the key there. No one would have suspected that. But yeah, there's also there's a we'll say that the book, it tells about the story about, or it has like a little journal in the entry about this prince's fate, and the story you knew all those details, so it has like the record of that he did some bad things and then he got kicked out.
All right, so then I guess I'm gonna use that key to try and open up that chest that he's got in there, and I wanna see what he's got going on inside that chest.
yeah, it opens up. Yeah, so there's trying to think. Yeah, we'll say you open up the little with the seal on it. We'll say that you find a little dagger. I guess you could make presumptions. You probably think this is maybe the weapon he used to kill that person back in the other land. And I guess he kept it. And what else could there be in there?
Is there anything linking him to these fuck, I forgot the name of the island.
Huh.
Where these assassins are from.
I'll roll a dice. I don't know. Oh, did I roll that? Oh, here we go. Okay.
Phil, you rolled a 12, and then whoever the held gag is rolled a 15.
Okay.
I don't know. Who could that be? Oh dear.
I'll tell you what. Sure, I'll say that there's some kind of a record that says that. Yeah, it showed that this Prince Abijah, he at one point was in a mercenary company looking to make money and find his way. So he was in a mercenary at one point in the Reach Isles.
Also, Phil, for context, the held gag is me. Do not count any of the rolls you see by them as anything, because I am in prison.
but nothing directly linking him. No letters to this guy. Nothing from this guy.
Tell you what. Yeah, we'll say that. Tell you what. Just to make it interesting, yeah, he was under this guy's mercenary captain leadership. Like we'll say like 15, like I don't know, like 15 years ago, he served under this mercenary captain for like a period of time.
Okay. Oh my god. Then I'm gonna be shaped back into a spider, and then I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna seek out. I guess I'll seek out the prince and see if I can't hear him talking to anybody about anything. So I'll hide in a corner somewhere and listen in on him. And I mean, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll say that We'll say that you hear him kind of talking to his sister, I guess, in the other room. They're talking about something.
I just rolled a 15. What modifier ought I apply to that for?
Perception, maybe.
Yeah. So with perception, I got a +5 to perception. So it's a top 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess he's talking to his sister, I guess, about some like big dance. Apparently, she wasn't invited, but he says that there's lots of other guys that you can find.
We need to start putting it into practice to call it soft 20 because dirty 20 just is sus.
Yeah. But yeah,
I go out, I go back to regular form, and I walk in at that. No, I'm kidding. I just want to keep listening and see if anything interesting comes up.
Yeah,
I just stalk him the whole night.
Or I guess him and he tells her something about how that at one point like he's serving under this mercenary, got killed. Maybe he kind of feels a little bit bad, but this guy was like a ruthless person. But he says it is what it is. I guess he'll go back to his room. He'll go back to his room. And he doesn't really think you're there. He doesn't have any reason to believe you're there. So
yeah. So I mean, I guess just to cut this dialogue short. If I stay the whole night with him, am I going to get spy on him for the whole night? Am I going to get any information linking him towards this guy besides having served under him?
I don't know. I'll roll the dice. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. What am I going to get? 15. Sure. I guess I could say you can get one piece of information. It depends on what you're trying to look for.
Like I said, I'm trying to link him towards trying to assassinate his father. He's got a lot of motive for his father to die.
Yeah. I guess sure. We'll say that. Yeah. Maybe he like kind of sitting in his room. He does like some little journal. Kind of mentions something about how he's heir to the throne. Yeah. I guess he says like he like you think that like he doesn't really wish his father death, an early death. He knows he's going to be the king either way. So he just
All right.
The king is already fucking old as shit from what we heard. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm bummed. I was looking forward to dropping that at the trial. The trial that isn't going to happen anymore.
I guess I'll mention that. Yeah, like the king, he thinks his father is pretty old and he's getting kind of ill. He's a little bit sick, so he might not be alive too much longer. But
maybe even worried about
right.
his old man.
Then I'll leave and rejoin my party, and that'll be the end of that. Then.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So then I go down to the dungeon where supposedly Bramble and Victor are, and as soon as I walk in, I don't see.
He's gonna find all these fucking dead ass bodies.
We'll say that you find 6 dead soldiers in like the barracks before the prison, and then you find another 2 soldiers. Looks like they're dead when you come into the prison.
Okay.
Sitting there menacingly.
So I walk in and I see all of the bloodshed, and I don't see Fate anywhere to be found, but I see Mod there. No, I'm see Bravor there praying, and I walk up to him and I tell him like, well, I guess that helps out a lot. Just you, buddy, now. And I ask him what has happened.
In his
He
death,
will me up.
will likely be free days. It is a shame he had to end this way.
Well, that kind of helps
Would
things
Bramble have known who that person was? I mean, clearly he would know it's the brother of the mercenary, but to what extent?
Probably not. Honestly, you probably don't know much about it.
Yeah, Bramble.
I mean, maybe because like you're more of like a holy person, so
Yeah.
So I guess
the thing is, like, Bramble only has these connections because he's a holy person, right? So to a degree, he's required to have them. But he tends to abstain from relationships with people who are genuinely just cruddy individuals. So realistically, you're right. He wouldn't have any idea who this person truly is or what their power, like what power they hold over the land. Right? So he wouldn't even know their name, but he would say, whoever took his life, it was the brother of this mercenary that our boy had killed.
Thank you for telling me, Rebel. Cannot do much right now for you, as you must spend the night in prison. Tomorrow will be the court day, and there you can speak to the king about the. You can talk to the king and talking about the events that happened on this cell. In the meantime, Maud and I are working together to get you out of here safely without any punishment or without any sort of tokens. Farewell, my friend.
Bramble is going to kind of call out to him. If I could make one request first.
Yes.
Find a guard so I don't have to smell the rotting carcasses. Like as clear and like emotionless as he can be about it, he's just like, please find someone to drag away these corpses because I don't want them to start to smell.
Wait, hold on. Would any of you notice? Would Bramble have noticed that my body should have been there because the guy didn't take it and realized that when the room went dark, I disappeared?
Yes, he would, but he would not say anything of it.
Why not?
I mean, I already went there. You are not there, so my suspicion like went up.
He goes off of what he can prove and factually in front of him.
Well, I'm saying you would know that the room went dark and I disappeared. Would you not at least say that? Oh, Bramble's just muted for personal reasons, probably. All right.
Well, he was just there by himself, so he can talk to himself, I guess.
Okay, now for my meeting with God moment.
Oh God.
So
yeah, I mean, I didn't really know.
Okay. Needed at work, so.
Okay.
Apologize.
All right. Yeah, I'll say Bramble that your character is gonna get released in the morning, and then you can join the party.
Okay. Can I at least have one thing about waking up in heaven to talk to God? I just want to wake up by like rising out of a river. That's it.
Rising out of a river. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna make it like anything super deep, but yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. You kind of like maybe, yeah, that could be how you kind of wake up, back, I guess, in the world. Yeah, you're
No,
in a
I was
pool of
talking
water for
about
some reason.
No, I was talking about meeting with God. Like I wake up in the river at the edge of heaven, and God is there to talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say that. Yeah. You. Yeah. You kind of you're in the pool of water and you kind of wake up out of the water and you kind of come. We'll say that you kind of go on the side of the ground in the stream. But yeah, I'll say that it feels very like dark and obscure. Like everything around you is kind of gray. You can barely see anything. And I guess like yeah, you have like this like kind of like these like yeah, you have these thoughts of like vengeance. Yeah, like you were forgiven, but you'll have like this vengeance against monsters and against like very bad people. And yeah, kind of these thoughts go into your mind, and you're not really sure how these thoughts where they come from.
Yeah.
I
Upon
guess yeah.
having these thoughts, considering I'll probably meet God here, I'm going to call out, who is projecting these thoughts?
I'll say yeah. You have this like the belief that like yeah, like this could this maybe like you perceive like some kind of a powerful entity nearby. Probably it could be like Christ, but you're not exactly sure. And let's say you don't really see or hear anything from him, but you have like yeah, you perceive like this divine mission you're on now.
Under my breath, I'm just going to whisper, I was wrong. My faith. Rambo was right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure what else the vision needs to be, but yeah, yeah, I guess you just feel like almost like we're kind of dark, but like also some kind of justice, and then yeah, I guess sure. To tell you, you wake up, you just like kind of wake up in a pool of water out in New Eden's, like a lake somewhere, and some water. You're
I'm
not,
just
yeah, exactly sure.
Yeah, in the pool of water, I'm just going to sit up and lean on my legs and go, fine. I was wrong. I admit that. And I will not be wrong again. I will follow.
Yeah.
Just let me find my friends. That's all I ask.
Sure. Tell you what. Yeah. When you're in the kind of by the side of the water, I'll say that let's say you meet Raven. Raven's there for some reason. You're up by some like the Witcher area, I guess. Yeah. He kind of finds you and kind of pulls you out of the water.
Raven. I know it does not look like I should be here. I can remember fragments at the moment. I remember a man broke into the prison. A sword. And then I woke here in the water. I can't say for sure what all happened.
Yeah. He says, yeah, you must. So yeah, some kind of supernatural event happened. He's like, it wasn't. It was yeah, similar to my story. Just I wasn't in the water, but when I became like a witcher, some bad thing had to happen too. But
So then I died. I was
he says,
killed.
yeah, yeah, he kind of looks at you. Yeah, we'll say that you kind of like you feel his heartbeat a little bit, like you can like kind of sense some supernatural aspect about him now. You couldn't really see that before.
We need to find my friends.
Yeah.
And for you, that in between, was it dark? Was it dark for you?
He says that was a long time ago, but
I can never forget that place. It proved to me what I must believe. What is real.
He says, "Yeah, follow me. We'll get you set up, and then we'll go see the king tomorrow."
No. He needs to know now. If you can back my story, plus others, it may be half a day's travel, but at the very least we can wait outside the gates. I cannot hide.
We'll say that Raven kind of puts his hand out and says, "We'll get you set up. We'll go first light tomorrow. We'll talk about it. We'll come up with a story. I'll go with you and explain. I'll get you some new equipment to help you out.
My equipment should still be in the prison. We can just get that back. If I stay unarmed, it might help to better our cause."
Well, he says, "Well, you're part of the supernatural hunters now, so you're gonna need some equipment. Some more special."
I will not change my longsword. I don't know why I can't, but that is the one thing that must return to me. I can't explain it.
He says, "Okay, son, but I'm telling you, you're gonna stay with me tonight, and then we'll go in the morning."
Very well. It is your call, Guildmaster.
Yeah.
What did you?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I guess.
Long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right view.
I guess it was a long rest, and I guess I don't know. You guys can.
Jesus! Who just broke glass? Who just broke glass in their background? What? What happened?
No, my buddy's playing Xbox. I got a coworker in my hotel room with me now.
I
No,
heard
you're
glass break.
Yeah, he's
Is he
playing.
good?
Yeah, he's a goofy guy. He's playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, don't tell me it's ranked. Please.
I got no idea.
Okay, yeah. So I guess trying to think where you guys could have stayed. Could have been at Cater's house. You could have found your own place to be at. Yeah, but you guys all. I guess we'll say early in the morning. You guys kind of all meet up together.
I would be right outside wherever they're staying, waiting for them.
I guess yeah. You and Raven would have. I guess came back. We'll say we came back to Cater's place early in the morning, and then yeah. You guess yeah. I guess the party could be with Cater's place. We'll see you all. We'll see you all. Yeah, we'll see you all meet up at Cater's place to go meet the king.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And you want to do a long rest for that? Like just call it a night, I guess.
Yeah, I think you guys are mostly well rested, anyways. Before this.
Yeah. So it just tops us off.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess
my wild shapes back anyway, so it works for me.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as they walk out, I'm going to assume they're going to go into shock, and I'm just going to say, I can't explain it either.
Gotcha. Psyche thought I was dead.
You're worse than Beetlejuice. Well, I guess we don't have to really. Oh, well, we only have to take one person now. But you cannot come with us tomorrow. As to it might look like you escaped, and that might be a whole nother mess, buddy. Just wait for us outside, and we will rejoin you afterwards. We're trying to get Bramble out now.
Snav, the thing is, there's a searing pain in my chest. I can't explain it, but last night I remembered more. A man came into the prison. He killed all the guards. He said something about being the brother of the mercenary captain I killed. And he stabbed me. I remember being in a dark place shortly after. And I woke in a pool, a small lake. Raven found me. I can't explain anything now, nor why my clothes have gone a dark gray.
I see
makes
that.
sense.
I see that. I take you. I take you from the shoulders and I shake you and I ask you, do you remember the face of this man? Do you remember what he was wearing? Do you see any insignia on his armor? You need to tell me this now to speak to the king tomorrow. This might be helpful.
Actually, it would be today because of the fact that the hearing is today.
Okay,
Yeah. Can I roll a history check because of the shock factor to be able to tell if I would remember?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I figure shock factor makes it difficult to where there would be a check necessary. Ooh,
Okay.
history is not bad. Fuck, it's a 6.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume that's a fail.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, your memory will start coming back. You know, you probably will remember this guy, but it might take you a little while to. There's a lot of intense events, so.
Yeah, Snav, you're just gonna watch as I close my eyes and just shake my head. No. So
Okay,
blurry.
I let you go and I say, damn it, nothing's gonna help now. And I
I
look at
remember armor. I remember he was wearing plates, but I'm not even sure I can trust my own memory.
that's alright. I look at Maud and I tell him, are you ready to go?
I'm ready when you are.
Right, let's say we walk into the kingdom now again, second time.
Yeah.
So that's you now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess Cater will go with you, and yeah, Raven's there too.
Raven
You
definitely,
guys,
because he's the only one that can confirm I'm now like him, which can only happen if you've died. So.
Yeah.
And like throughout the entire walk to the castle, I'm just going to be like touching my chest where I got stabbed and just be like,
Well, you cannot get in though. You have to be outside.
like I'm saying as we walk to the castle, I'm touching my
maybe.
chest.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess you have
as
like
we walk to the
we'll say like you have like a scar there. It looks like it's kind of like your organs kind of like are healed, but there's still like a scar in your skin, I guess there.
and my mind is tricking it into a searing pain still, obviously, because shock factor.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess you see like a handful of guards because there's like supposed to be, the trial was supposed to be today, but it seems like there's a bunch of people you hear like arguing inside of like the palace. People are like upset. I guess we'll say yeah, they let you in. They see Caterick and Raven, and then like you guys are like kind of like the heroes of the city, and they kind of eye you up, but they just let you go in.
Well, as soon as I get to the trial room, I'm just going to look up and go, this is where I'm supposed to be tried?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. You.
I'm sorry. I want this trial. I want this trial to start happening because I've got another stupid idea.
Oh
Oh boy. All right. Well, my
we're already
going
in a
to make.
courtroom. We're already
All
in a
right.
courtroom.
Yeah.
My character's
maybe
just
you'll
going
be
to.
on trial.
Yeah, my character's just going to step forward and go, I assume you thought I was dead. I am sorry to disappoint.
I guess when you step up, the king kind of motions his hand for you guys to come up to talk to him. Yeah, we'll say the room kind of quiets down, and yeah, we'll say like one of the people up there, they kind of motions for your hand to like a bow to the king, I guess. So it's up to you whether you're gonna bow or not.
I'm just going to kneel. I'm going to hit a knee.
Paladin needs to kneel though. He's right.
We'll say that Raven refuses to kneel for some reason, but King doesn't stop him.
Yeah, I give a informal bow.
I'm the more formal one, so I do a whole bow.
I'm going to immediately speak and go, My king. More developments have come, and I did die. I cannot remember my killer's face, nor any insignias, but Raven, my guildmaster, can back my story. I have been changed into one similar as he. I woke in a pool of water. My memories are clouded.
Yeah, I guess Raven kind of steps up a little bit and says, I can confirm this story, that there must be some reason, some divine reason of some kind. Maybe God wants some kind of vengeance, or someone to help slay monsters. Well, we'll say Raven says I don't really care one way or the other, to be honest, but I'm just here to give you the account before I leave.
He's right. Before I woke in that pool of water where Raven found me, I remember the dark place. I had woken in a river. I remember my thoughts being filled. Vengeance against the men who killed me, against men who are criminals, are hateful men. I remember my thoughts being plagued with killing every monster.
Dude.
I was even very wrong about who my faith should be in. I am sorry.
Yeah. Well, so the king kind of looks at you and kind of looks at the party. Says, "Yeah. So I was speaking with Bramble earlier, and yeah, he tells me that there's some kind of a man with like dark armor and a weapon. Yeah, he came in. And he must have killed at least 8 of these guards, and then yeah, he proceeded to kill. I guess yourself. You must have been, I don't know, like teleported or resurrected somewhere else. So, he says, so yeah, this just changes your fate. So I guess you're no longer held as guilty anymore. You now have a divine purpose.
On account of this man has died in your prison, he has served his sentence. You must absolve him of any punishment.
Except here's the thing. As soon as he says that, my Goliath fist is just going to slam in the concrete and spiderweb crack it. No! I still killed that man. Whether dead and resurrected or not, that is my crime. I wish to be overseen for penance.
The king says, well, it looks like you're one of these witchers now. So I guess your fate, your destiny is to hunt monsters for hundreds of years. So he says it's no longer my concern. So you're off the hook, or you can go. You figure out your own way somewhere else.
I will pay the penance that Bramble sees fit. If you will not punish me, then he will. And you are all going to actively see me shake at rage at myself.
Yeah, he kind of takes the king takes his hand and kind of motions it away. And a couple of the soldiers come take you kind of. He says, yeah, you basically you're escorted out. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, then he speaks to the rest of them. And he says, yeah, there's this apparently some kind of an assassin that we're gonna have to monitor. We don't know who he is exactly, but he's a very dangerous man.
If I may wish, can take care of that task, as my side activity relates to that kind of feel, my kindness.
Yeah, he says, we'll tell you what, you're the champion. You're like the new champions and heroes of the city. So, Yeah, we'll reward you handsomely if you defeat this man. Apparently, we've heard reports that there's multiples of these assassins or mercenaries throughout the land. Or apparently there's at least 3 of them. So there's the one that you guys, I guess that you guys saw being killed. We perceive him as we think he's an assassin. We checked out his poison. It's a very lethal poison, some kind of a bane poison that will kill you almost instantly if you or touch it. So we don't know. Yeah, we don't know what his motives of coming here with this poison is. But yeah, there's that guy, and there's this other guy you saw, and there's apparently we've heard rumors that there's a 3rd person too. We don't know who that is yet either.
Prison, rape you again, nigga.
Dog, stop.
Just heard the. Oh my god! Did he actually say that in their voice chat?
Misael. You can't hear me.
No, I
Okay,
understand it. A lot of people who play that game do that. Like I fully expected that. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So yeah. I guess the king says if you want to undertake this mission, we'll reward you for this. Yeah. So
I look him out there and I ask him if he will be willing to join me for it.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I
He
look at
looked
you
at you and
asked
asked if
you were willing to actually join for it. Join me on the quest.
I'll partake in any bounty if the coin is enough.
Such a greedy mentality you have.
What's that?
Such a greedy mentality you have.
I prefer entrepreneurial.
Hey Phil, as soon as everybody is outside the castle, can I just hold up my hand and my longsword of the Witcher just fling itself like Mjolnir right into my hand? Or will I have to retrieve it?
I'll say that you kind of put your hand. Let's say you put your hand out, and some kind of looks like a shadow or something. It kind of appears, and your sword's in your hand. I don't even know how you justify it. You it just appears in your hand. Your sword's back. Oh yeah, you also get all your old equipment back too.
Yeah, but that's how I wanted to get my sword back. While they're retrieving the rest of my equipment, while the guards are, that is, I'm just I summon the longsword of the Witcher and just sheath it on my hip, and look at my party members as they come out, and seen this happen.
Put it on your back because that looks cool, right? No.
Yeah, rule of cool. But I'm going to look at my party members and go, so where's our first stop?
Well, now we have a weirdo in the group with a magical sword. The king has given us a quest of finding this assassin in the village. As to any clues of its whereabouts, we are not sure. We shall investigate that village more in deep.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen after that.
Hey Phil, because of our level, I'm not going to make it super strong, but what if once every long rest, if my longsword of the Witcher specifically is gone, I can call it back, and it does the same shadow thing. And of course, I will count this use as one of them. So I would not be able to do it until our next long rest.
That's fair.
Actually, Philip, what level we are right now?
I think we're level 6.
Yeah, we're level 6.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I was later on I'll be asking for giving it more abilities as I level up, and the party does.
Yeah,
And
because
of course
again,
they'll
like
be
because you
like
well, you have your class, but there's like a class add-on, so you can kind of level that up along with your class. It's like kind of it's a little. Yeah, each of you got the assassin for Snap, and then you got the was it like an Earth champion for Mud, and Radiant champion, I guess. Yeah, so like, you guys will profit, I guess. So you can level those up kind of individually. They're just their own thing.
Yeah.
On top of your normal class.
So my hands, like, I genuinely do want it on my left hip, though. That way I can just be like, rule of cool, my left hand now resides on the longsword hilt. Like, the bottom of the hilt. And I'm going to go,
well, okay.
while doing this.
Well, I mean, okay, it's got to be kind of like the Witcher logic. You have, like, 2 swords in your back. So you could have it, your left hand could touch, it could be on your left side, I guess. Let's say on the above. You can put your hand on it.
Well, I mean, like, for, like, everyday carry, when I'm not expecting it to need to be used, I keep it on my hip, but when I'm going out in the wilderness, it goes on my back. That way I can rule of cool some things and then still have the Witcher aesthetic.
That's fair. Okay, that's fine.
And my left hand's just going to reside on the bottom of the hilt of my longsword, and I'm going to go. So, that you said we are hunting an assassin. Let's get to work.
Okay, I guess also you hear the rumors that like this Huntsman festival is gonna take place again. Now that there's kind of the heat's kind of gone down a bit.
Especially with my death and resurrection.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm probably going to get so much weird, like, what the heck just happened vibes when I stroll into places having been thought dead, and then people start realizing I'm back to life and did die.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I'm just going to, like, walk with the party to where the festival is going to take place. Because we need to move on to the actual festival.
Yeah. We'll say it takes place like 1 day from now. Those tomorrow. So you get 1 day of doing whatever. Okay. So the question is, how much do you guys want to go? Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop here?
I still got time. It depends on what you got planned for us next.
Yeah.
It's some. I guess it's some. It's I don't know if it's like a side stuff, but yeah, you can do the Huntsman like this festival or this like small tournament. There could be some
I'm down to do that.
Yeah,
let's
go ahead and do it.
There might be like a kind of a fight. It's not a lethal fight, but just a kind of a practice fight potentially.
Yeah,
you can do that too.
And with me, the prep day beforehand, I'm just going to walk into the Catholic Church, and I'm literally going to be praying nonstop and reading the actual Catholic Bible in order to understand what I now know is real, what my character now knows is real. I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I don't think you might me say, "Oh, can you turn that down just a hair?" Thank you.
You mean me, I believe.
No. I'm talking to my buddy here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just making sure.
I was like, is my voice too loud? Am I being too loud? I'm sorry.
No.
No, you're fine.
My character is literally just as soon as you guys start going about to do whatever for our day of prep, I'm walking into a Catholic church. I'm finding the priest.
You're good.
And I'm asking for a copy of the Bible, and I'm going to begin reading it. Front to back, no questions.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Sure.
And my dual medallion setup, when you guys see me next, there's not 2 medallions there anymore. It is just the cross medallion there.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's a good little redemption arc. Yeah. So I guess the other question is there anything you guys want to do for the 1 day? You get like 1 day of doing something.
I say I go into the town for my sake. and I start looking for a companion that might help me with
Oh yeah.
with
Oh yeah. Just tell you what.
you know.
I remember now. Yeah, I remember you. Oh, I just completely forgot about that. Yeah. We'll say that. Yeah, you. We'll tell you. We'll say that you meet one of these like Assassin's Brotherhood people, and they take you to one of their guilds. And yeah, they give you a couple pieces of equipment. They give you this like some kind of like a dagger. It looks like it. They call it like an anti-knight dagger. That's good against armored foes.
Okay.
And they also they give you like there's like a little cage, some kind of like a little hawk, I guess. They give you a little hawk. I didn't plan to make that like Assassin's Creed, but yeah, it's ironic. But yeah, a hawk would be good though. I mean, just because it's as a pet, but it's also potentially useful, right?
Are you pulling an Odyssey on us? An Assassin's Creed Odyssey specifically?
I wasn't. I didn't really intend that, but yeah, it's funny. It's that game's like S tier, by the way. But yeah.
Now hold on.
Yeah,
Do you mean S tier of the modern era Assassin's Creed or S tier of them all? Because there is a complete difference.
Oh, I think it's an S tier game in general.
Okay, in general, fine. Modern era Assassin's Creed, also fine. Of all the Assassin's Creed, however, not a chance. It is crap compared to the original trilogy. I'm sorry, and Black Flag. Those four are the great.
The Black Flag Army, I'll say okay. The other ones, I don't know. It's debatable.
Without their impressive storytelling, we would not have it.
Don't push your luck; you'll kill your character for good.
Yeah. Well, look.
I'm just saying, without their impressive storytelling, we wouldn't have anything like Odyssey. Okay, they're the ones that started it all, and they are the greatest because of it. Plus, Black Flag is the greatest because it also allowed us to delve into more stories without needing the guy who died in 3.
My God.
I always had a problem with it all being based on one dude, and I'm glad they transitioned.
Okay, that's fair.
Right,
you have your opinions. Okay. Okay. So
crazy that you would use your free will to be wrong. No.
you have the right to be wrong, but you can no. Yeah, like the original Assassin's Creed were actually pretty. They have a really good story. I mean, the controls were garbage, but it was a really cool story.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But also, you should have seen what happened when Mud talked in real life. Because I had taken a drink, I set it down, and I went wide-eyed and turned around and had my head tilted and body tilted. Like, motherfucker, what you mean? It's just one of those funny side-eye look kind of deal.
Yeah, I guess you also get one of those insignias for the whatever. I'll have to think of a name for this Brotherhood, but they give you one of their own insignias. So yeah, you get
Brotherhood
that
of Shadows. Brotherhood of Shadows.
Huh.
Yeah,
I'll think of a name. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting name. But we'll figure out something. We'll figure them out more.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say for now we call it Brotherhood of Shadows as like a placement name, like a placeholder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Until Phil comes up with an actual name, because
they
operate in the shadows.
Yeah, you're right though. I give you that. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, we can use that for now. You guys can help me build something for it. But yeah,
and that's why I said placeholder name.
Yeah, they give you this hawk. They say you can name it. But yeah, this will be your. We'll give you this as like a boon for being part of our guild. And yeah, and then I guess I don't know for Mud. I guess I don't know. Maybe probably should get something here. I don't really know what I can give you though.
So since we got on the topic, it reminded me I commissioned a shield for my bear form.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But now you got to consider that with the addition of the shield, I'll have a total of 20 AC.
Oh boy. I mean, yeah, you are the tank. You are the tank, though, right? So it's like more reasonable that tanky. You'll be able to have a role, right, in the group. So I'll have to make the enemies harder. They'll have to kill you harder, right? So
I think your strategy of killing everybody else has been a good strategy so far.
or you'll live. Yeah, you'll be alive, and everybody else will die. So yeah, I'll go after Snov next, and then I'll go after Terror, and then I'll go after Mud.
Okay, we do not need a full party of resurrected hobos. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, Snov
Like,
was
I
an
think 2 is
eye,
enough.
you know.
I think 2 is enough. I just wanted it
Well-
because it's a cool story.
Well, they don't have to be resurrected; they can just die, and then they'll be dead.
You do realize that'll send Victor on a crusade that will end in every single part of their organization that kill his friends dying, right?
Okay.
Oh,
You will derail that, so it will derail so fast. I'm just warning you.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm trying to think. Yeah, you could get something, Mud. I don't really know what I can give you though. Yeah, I guess the champ. I don't know, maybe Kadrick gives you something. Yeah, so we'll say that Kadrick, yeah, because you become a champion, and we'll say you helped him out. He offers you a piece of treasure out of his vault if there's something you're interested in.
Yeah, the most expensive thing over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So my question is there any jewelry with interesting active effects, or what is the most expensive thing I can pull out of there?
Yeah. Yeah, he says, yeah, I have a handful of these divine relics. I have all sorts of different weapons and armor. Maybe like a ring. Maybe like a fancy hat.
A fancy hat. I'm kind of liking the idea of a high charisma bear with a fancy hat.
Bro just rolls up with one of them pirate tricorn.
It's a fancy bear with a fancy hat that's always on fire. Kind of liking it.
He says, yeah, back when I was messing around I was trying to become like a little bit of a bard, but I kind of completed that a while back. Yeah, I had this hat with like a little feather on it. This is good if you like to sing or you play instruments. It could help you too. I have a fancy hat that has some special abilities. If you don't want it,
This is charisma stats.
yes, it's linked to charisma. Yeah, I'll say it's linked to charisma.
Get a nice Commodore hat. Okay. Oh man. What about the jewelry? This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, he says, well, I got some expensive ones that they don't really do anything other than money, or I got some practical ones that aren't as valuable.
What are the practical ones that you got?
Yeah, he says, well, yeah, I guess you're both. We'll say you're both kind of in the vault, looking around at stuff. Kind of opens up a little box. He says, yeah, I don't know, I got 3 of them here. Here, I'll roll. I'll just roll it. Here, I'll just roll 3 dice and we'll see what numbers I get out of these. 13, a 5, and a 4. Yeah, he says I got 2 of these like silver rings with a little gem on them. And then I got one a little bit nicer ring. This one, I think what would it even do? So what's an interesting ring? Here, I don't know. I'll just roll a d20, see what this ring might do. A 1. It's not a bad one though. I don't know. And that one doesn't do anything. No. No. I don't know. What would this ring do? I'll say that he says yeah, this ring, it gives you it helps with your ability to do a performance in front of other people. So this is yeah, gives you like a +2 to your performance skill.
No, we're going with the hat. I'm taking the fancy hat.
Okay. Yeah, I envision what I think it looks like in my mind, but I don't know how I can actually show you it. But I was thinking, yeah, kind of like a long floppy hat with like a little feather on the top. But I feel like I know what the hat probably looks like. Yeah, I'll find a picture at some point. Maybe like a musketeer hat, maybe. But yeah, I guess, okay, what will the hat do? Yeah, I feel like probably like a musketeer hat. Yeah, that sounds like a cool hat.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the charisma bonus.
And they all have a little feather on them too, or cavalier, I guess maybe. Yeah.
He's just got a conquistador helmet.
It's a hat. Yeah, I found a bunch of pictures here, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm dying.
Well, don't do that.
Screw you.
Only bring you back once. Here, I'll put a random hat. You can make whatever hat you want.
All right.
It's just a random kind of hat. They look pretty cool though. Yeah, I guess I'll try to think. So I was gonna say it's gonna So I'll say it has the ability that once per long rest you can choose to, as a bonus action, give advantage on a charisma check.
All right.
It's a pretty useful hat. So we'll also say that the hat will just kind of stay on your head when you're a bear too. Whether that makes sense or not. Okay, got a little hat. Okay. All right. I guess we can go to the next day then. And yeah, I guess there's a lot of commotion around the town. There's like a big tournament taking place. I guess I would say again there's a bunch of events going on, and there's different prizes depending on what you can win the competition or not. There's like range, like you can fire at a target with ranged. There's I guess there's like some kind of like a dogs, just something with like a houndsmaster, a bunch of dogs. There's also like some kind of like either a fist fight or like using big heavy melee weapons. Trying to think what else there might be. There's also I'll say like at the end of the day there's like a big like free for all combat, and whoever can win that can get a prize.
What's the rule on the free for all combat?
We'll say that it's a teams combat. You bring your teams in, and your team versus like another team.
Just whatever your chosen form of fighting.
Yeah, they say that no like permanent or lethal damage, but you can kind of it's free for all, but yeah. We'll say it's a one team versus another team, and whoever wins gets the prize. And I guess depending on how many wins, whoever at the end of the night, whoever got the most wins of the events gets a special. It gets like a boon from the king. Let's say.
Snap, you got to put that in the chat, brother. That's a good one.
Oh my god, wait. I got you. I'm gonna do it now. This is way off topic, guys, but this is what I was thinking. I don't know if you guys watched this thing, but I was watching it last night. That's mod when he's a bear.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh, a chip left?
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, I'm down to take part in the Hunt Master, and as well as the free for all combat, the teams combat.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it would cost a little bit of money. We'll say that the king pays for your entry, but due to the unfortunate events, you guys were supposed to be here to like boost the morale of the town, but due to this unfortunate circumstance, but now you're back again, right? So, it would have been like maybe 100 gold for the final event, like 20 gold for the other events, but they're not too expensive. But yeah.
Can we go first and sell the things that we don't need before we start paying for stuff?
Yeah. Well,
no,
what do you want to do?
It's paid for.
Oh, it's been paying for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the king paid for us.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I guess I keep my
Just going
things
to take-
still.
Yeah, I'm going to take place in the team combat alongside Mud.
Yeah,
as
I guess.
his
Yeah, I
teammate.
guess. Yeah, I guess you guys could all just enroll together for the same team.
Well, that's if Snav wants to join. That's if Snav wants to join as our teammate.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Right.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess I go for the Geeks and Labs.
Okay.
Okay, so it's us three in the team combat. Then free for all is Mud. What else?
No, I misspoke. There isn't a free for all. It's the team combat is it's a free for all team versus team.
Versus team
is that right?
versus team kind of deal.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, but I guess there could be like individual free for all also, but otherwise. Yeah, I tell you what, they say that they allow a one-on-one duel, but they're gonna actually enforce rules for this, other than not the street duel. So if you want to do a duel, they'll moderate it heavily. But yeah, we'll say that both of those are gonna take place at the end of the day, though. So
Okay, so what's kind of the midday things that happen?
I'll say that there's an archery, like some kind of like a ranged archery competition.
Okay.
And then there's like some kind of like a heavy like melee or like some kind of like some kind of a melee competition with and then there is what else is there? Something to do like some kind of like an animals, like some kind of like a animal companions. If you had a companion, you could enter it.
And I end them up on a bird farm.
That's true. Yeah, because you do that bird. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that one.
Okay, so hold on. What kind of animal competition is it?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I guess you need some kind of you need like an animal, I guess. I don't know, like
Oh my goodness, this is the one. I'm tracking. I'm on board. Let's do this.
you say you gotta oh my gosh. You gotta hunt down
He understands. He understands.
They have like
Mud
they have
understands
little
plan.
rabbits. There's a bunch of rabbits they're gonna let loose in this like little field, and then whoever can catch the most.
All right, Mud. Is all you ready?
Mud. I will enroll you. I will enroll you in your bear form, and you cannot unshift while you're doing
so to be fair, if we're just catching rabbits, I can animal speak.
Okay.
So either way, I'm happy to do either one of those. That sounds like an easy win to me.
Yeah.
I'm saying bear form. I'm saying bear form. I'm enrolling you in bear form.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you will pop a wolf pup, right?
Yes, but this wolf pup is nowhere near capable of even leaving my neck yet. He is still being fed to be able to like actually function on the ground. He can't walk properly because of how badly he was the run of the litter. So he's like not capable yet.
Okay.
I'm on the same page with the bird. Like I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, we'll do this one. Well, we'll do this one first. Then we'll say this one's the first one of the day. Okay.
And then the middle one, the middle event. What are we gonna do for the middle event?
Yeah, I guess they have some kind of like a melee, like some kind of like a physical strength event. Maybe you get to like pick up like some heavy object and throw it. Maybe whoever throws it the furthest, like strength, I guess. So there's that one maybe. And I guess we'll say that there's also like an archery, like whoever can fire a bow, the best. It targets. What else is there? Well, I guess honestly, there also could be some kind of like a drinking contest if people wanted to enter that. I know that you guys already do that.
Oh, come on, man! If somebody wants to enter that, you already know that's happening.
We'll say that. Yeah, we'll say those the mercenaries there. They're the ones that are trying to host that. I guess they like to drink a lot. And then we'll say at the end of the day, there's also like the tournament fight.
Yeah, the team duel. So instead of the drinking competition, which I'm expecting both of them to expect my Goliath to enroll in because of what was heard about him, he's not going to enroll in that. He's going to enroll in the throwing competition for strength. Mud is obviously doing the drinking. Let's be honest. And then I guess because of the fact that Snav is a ranger, he would get the archery.
You're so mischievous, Pookie.
Yeah.
No, it's actually going to be fitting with his character. Like, he's not gonna touch alcohol.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
That's fair. Yeah, so we'll do the animal one first.
Okay. Well, upon learning about the animal thing, I'm gonna go find Mud. Mud. I recall you being able to, and with this, my hand is going to close the Bible gently.
Wait. I call dibs on that one. Mod is mine. I call dibs on that one.
You have a hawk. You have a hawk that can do this, that will obey you. This one's mine. Yeah, I'm going to say this. You have the ability
You have to choose.
You have the ability to transform into a bear, correct?
That's right.
There's a competition at the start of the festival, in the start of the day, that I feel as a team we could enter. With you in your bear form, catching rabbits. And then we all reap the rewards of a very humanly intellectual bear catching the most of them. What do you say?
I like where you're going with this. It sounds like easy money to me.
And of course, going with the spirit of this being a team effort, we split it evenly between you, me, and Snav.
Let's do this.
Oh God.
Hey, I said you get even split too, so I don't even want to hear it. You got involved in your own way.
No,
I'm just involved
laughing.
too.
I'm just laughing the fact that
I don't even want to hear Snob being angry at being included with the money pool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Snob, your role in this is to use your hawk to sabotage people from gathering rabbits.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm going to look over at Snob, notice he has the hawk, and go, another brilliant idea from me here real quick. Snob, does that hawk obey you?
I just got it today. I hope he does. Hasn't beat me yet.
Well,
he's untrained, so he's just like catching rabbits and eating them. Like that's
about it. So I have to still train it.
As long as it
what name are you gonna give it?
Oh, I haven't think about it. Let's just call it Eagle for now. Next session can give it a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go and say, thinking it would obey at least one command by tomorrow, why don't you command it to sabotage our enemies?
I should check my
and say that your hawk is untrained. Say that your hawk is untrained and have it sabotage the opposing teams with their animals, so Mud can collect even more.
All right.
Making us win by a landslide and giving us all equal share.
I could train the eagle today before
that
the
would
event.
Be best.
Okay, yeah, we'll say it's like the day before. But yeah, you guys are gonna kind of walk in. Yeah, sure. You can talk about the schedule. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I'm going to look at Mud and go, I saw there was a drinking competition. I'm going to assume you're participating in that, Mud.
Quite an astute one, aren't you?
While I would have used to join you, I will actually be taking place in this strength competition, throwing some form of boulder. And Snav, there's a archery competition at the same time. That would be your strong suit. I'll let you have that one.
As you may. I will take
and then
part of that.
Yes, and then the final event is a team battle. I assume we would all be teammates and enrolling in this.
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss an opportunity for a melee.
I
Of
think this
course.
will be a nice opportunity to hone our skills in battle and try to communicate as a teammates, as a team.
Yes.
What does it mean
I feel
when
it
it
would.
says your ticket easily made the cutoff? Virginia Mega Million tickets sales stop at 10:45 p.m. ET on draw nights.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't apply to you.
Fresh air.
All right.
One second, guys. Some
All
guy just walked in my room that I live with.
Oh, well, I guess we're taking part on these whole competitions next morning. So can we leave that for tomorrow? I guess it will be late.
So what do you want to do?
So each of us are gonna take one event. I guess Mod will be the drinking, I will be the bow, and Faye will be with us on the team event alongside with the first event of the day. What I was saying is like, should we do that? Like, should we do this like next week? It's about to be 10 for me, and I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
we could plan for next week. And then I guess we could bring Bramble in. Maybe I don't know. Tara will show up.
Yeah, we can bring him in too.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm hoping Tara will show up next week. I assume we could only probably get one event off in the morning, which is our cheesed event. Like in this session in the next 15 minutes.
Well, Snob was
Well,
saying that he wanted to leave. Maybe I don't know. We could just wait till next week to do this.
yeah,
Okay with
because
that.
Yeah.
I still gotta figure out about the whole, the whole pet thing for my eagle, anyways, too, and the whole name
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Well, we can
So
work. We can work on fleshing it out more.
Yeah, so wait till next week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you two, Snob and Mud, later. I still have to ask some questions of Phil, and it
All
does not
right.
pertain to this campaign.
All right.
All right, that's good. See ya,
It
guys.
pertains
Sounds
to
pretty
the
fun.
Sunday
Some
thing.
interesting stuff happened.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys in a week.
Yep.
All
See ya,
right.
See
guys.
you, Mud.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace
Peace,
out.
Snob.
Peace.
I would recommend turning the recording off because this is about a different campaign. Your Sunday one.
All right. I can end. You can figure out. That's that.